puck and come dangerously close at scoring a goal against Hill.
Puck put down to our right inside the Vegas zone. Pietrangelo banks it up the near boards. Ekblad held it in. He'll play it off to the far wall. Stays in after it. Ekblad down behind the net. Duclair looking off for Barkov. Far side. He's tied up. Marchessault on it. And he'll play a pass up the zone. Vegas on the move. It's Eichel off to the left side. Pietrangelo on the rush. He'll play it down off the end boards. His shot deflected. And then Eichel regathers for Vegas to the line. One-timer. And that one hit a shin pad in front. Martinez let it rip. Didn't get through. And now Pietrangelo for a circle. A drive wide into the near circle. Eichel tried to center. It's cut off, cleared, and a clearing feed to Claire to Verhaeghe. He's in alone. Verhaeghe on a breakaway, makes a move backhand, and he's stopped by Hill, who slides from his right to his left to absorb that Connor Verhaeghe scoring chance. First big test of the game for Aiden Hill, and he's able to keep the Panthers off the board early. 15:48 to go in this opening period. No score.
The Panthers running around in their own zone, and Pietrangelo, the defenseman, was creeping down low, but Verhaeghe, Panthers finally get control of the puck, and Verhaeghe's off to the races, and Petrangelo's out of gas. No way that he can catch him. Verhaeghe takes it to the back end. Aiden Hill able to slide with him and make a excellent save on that backhand chance on the breakaway by Verhaeghe. That's Verhaeghe's speed, though. Off quick. They got control. Panthers run around a bit, but that quick outlet pass on the tape, and that's Verhaeghe using his speed.
Created the first big scoring chance for the Panthers in this one. Off a face-off win, Nick Cousins bounced it out to Montour. A shot and a left pad save is made by Hill. Puck rockets off to the near boards. It's ultimately cleared by Riley Smith. Down to our left, going to be an icing call against Vegas. 15:39 to go in the first period. No score between the Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights as we get into the early stages of game number 2 of this Stanley Cup final.
Another chance off a face-off win. Panthers get it back. This time Montour just drifts one from the right point position. Right pad saved by Aiden Hill. It was Nick Cousins that was able to win that draw. So the second opportunity off that face-off.
Off that face-off, far circle down to our right. Whitecloud for Smith, and he'll angle it out to the neutral zone, clearing for Vegas. Here on the near side, Mark Stahl tied up, dropped it back for Matthew Tkachuk, covering, pass across. It's Sam Bennett, tried to clear. It's glove down, held in. Big hit delivered by Bennett as he planted Michael Amadio. He was the one who kept that puck in the zone. Now the Golden Knights try to set up shop deep in the Panthers zone, but Matthew Tkachuk this time. He's able to get it clear, and the puck goes out to center. Haig off to the far side, Carlson. William Carlson, a short pass into the offensive income. The Golden Knights, a shot. Riley Smith walking away by Bobrovsky, and that's up and out of play. 4:55 into the action. No score early, and Sam Bennett got all of Michael Amadio crossing over the middle.
Bennett covering up for his mistake. He tried to force a pass through the middle of the ice. Amadio controlled it, but Bennett with the big body check disrupted everything after that. We've already seen the Panthers with a couple giveaways, though, going up through the middle of the ice.
Yeah, those lanes in the middle just aren't there.
Just throw it off the boards, get it out. Those turnovers. Panthers had 14 last game. Too many. Just keep it simple in their own end. Use the glass. That's your friend. The boards are your friend. Don't force anything up the middle of the ice against Vegas.
Face off near circle into our left inside the Panthers zone. It's Colin White on for the draw. He'll pull this one back near corner. Radko Gudas up the near boards, held in by Braden McNabb. Pass across to Clara. Stick in the lane. Broke that up. Out come the Panthers. Colin White far side. And for a moment, Theodore kept it in front of him, picked up play down behind the Vegas net, and they'll bring it along now. McNabb out to the neutral zone. Brett Howden, Chandler Stevenson, and over the line, gets a pass back, and then he's shouldered by Gudas and taken off the puck. Loose along the end wall pin, and Gudas will have it in the far corner. On for Duclair, and then out come the Panthers. White here on the near side. It's dumped down by Josh Mahura. Around it goes. Eric Stahl had it poked by him. Reinhardt, fresh off the bench, held it in for a split second before it's ultimately regathered by Chandler Stevenson for Vegas. He'll hand it back for Braden McNabb. 14:23 left in the first. No score. Panthers and Golden Knights here in game number 2 of the Stanley Cup final. Puck play down to our left inside the Panthers zone. Near corner, it's Will Carrier back in behind the net. Puck goes off to that far corner. McLaw out to the right point. Pietrangelo back down low, and they say that one poked over the line. So an offside call against Vegas. 14:08 left in this first period of play. No score between the Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights so far here in this one. Folks, Panthers play again. Game 3 in this series coming up Thursday at 8 Eastern at FLA Live Arena. Buy and sell tickets to the NHL Approved Way. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Florida Panthers.
Panthers with that 11 forward configuration. You saw Anthony Duclair jump down get a shift with Stahl and White. You're going to see a rotation of players down there on that fourth line for Paul Maurice.
Paul Maurice has said when you play 11-7, sometimes it lets you spread the ice time out even more.
That does help you. You can put your top players. You can put Declare, Verhaeghe, Reinhardt, all kinds of different mixes, and it also adds value to your fourth line, which the Panthers need.
And here's Martinez on the near side. He'll dump it down to our left. Mahura is blasted by Kolasar on the far boards. Golden Knights keep it in. Martinez has shot from the near point, wide, loose out in front. Waugh couldn't settle it, and it's played along the near side by Reinhardt on the Lomberg. He'll cruise in over the Vegas line, off to the far boards. Lomberg shuffles it down behind the net. Reinhardt had it poked away by Martinez. Dudas crashing in from the line. He'll keep it down low. Now the Golden Knights able to bring it along. Here's Kolasar on the near side. He plays it rink wide. Pietrangelo out through the neutral zone to Barbashev. He's shouldered by Mahura, who went down on the collision. Now Barbashev able to dance into the zone, lost control of the puck.
Penalty coming up against Lomberg.
Coming against the Panthers. Oh, a huge collision here on the near side as Gudas went in against Barbashev, who put an arm up on him as Gudas was coming in. And it'll be interesting to see if something gets handed out from this. 13:21 to go in the first, no score. Gudas had Barbashev in the crosshairs, and Barbashev threw the arm right up on Gudas, and Gudas is going down the tunnel, Billy.
It's never a good sign. We'll see what happens when we get back.
13:21 left in the first, no score. We've got a penalty call upcoming. I believe high sticking is going to be the signal. We'll step to our first official timeout when the ice crew ultimately makes its way on here. Ryan Lomberg is going to get the penalty. Waiting for a verdict.
94 Florida, minor penalty, cross-checking.
They get him for a cross-check, not a high stick. And now we will step aside. A Vegas power play when we come back here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
Is your plumbing putting you in the penalty box? Is your AC icing? Call General Plumbing and Air Conditioning and let them provide you with unmatched red carpet service for all your plumbing and AC needs. With 24-hour emergency service 7 days a week, including holidays, they're ready to serve the Palm Beaches with professional, experienced, and friendly technicians. So take a shot with General Plumbing and Air Conditioning, proud partner of the Florida Panthers. Call today, 561-559-7711. That's 561-559-7711. Or find them online at generalplumbing.com. Go Panthers! The Florida Panthers are back on the ice, and this season, you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every game from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Florida Panthers.
Welcome back inside T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. It's the Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. And Vegas to the power play. First special team situation in the game. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers back in our network studios. And Ryan Lomberg off for a cross check. So the Panthers down a man here. Vegas had some power play success back in game number 1. Face off down to our left near circle, out to the line. It's going to be held by Shea Theodore. Scoreless, 13-15 to go in this first period of play. Jack Eichel here along the near boards. He'll take it down to the corner. He's shoulder. The puck played out to the line by Ekblad. Held in Theodore across. And Marcius so has it far half boards. Down low, it's Stone. Side of the net, backhand in front. And Bobrovsky weathers the storm. Got a piece of that backhand try. Puck off to the near boards. The Golden Knights keep it in. Stevenson across. It's Marcius, a right circular shot. And he scores. Top shelf. Just under the crossbar. And Vegas takes a 1-0 lead. A power play goal for Marcius. 7 minutes, 5 seconds into tonight's action.
Marchessault's been smoking hot, and he gets a chance. I believe this goes off the defenseman, Forsling. He gets to the top of the right face-off circle. He's got a little time to pull the trigger. The Panthers get 4 penalty killers caught on the left side of the ice, and then Marchessault on the right side of the ice He's taking the ice that's given to him. He just wires one. There's some traffic in front, too, by Mark Stone, creating the screen against Bobrovsky. That doesn't allow Bobrovsky to get out and challenge. Bobrovsky's looking around the right of Stone, and the shot comes to the left. Stone, the traffic in front, caused a lot of that headache for the goaltender Bobrovsky, and a perfectly placed shot by Marchessault.
So Vegas scores first in this one. Puck play down to the left. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bobrovsky winds it around. Here on the near boards, Matthew Tkachuk. Onto the zone, Mark Stoll gets to center, look to dump it in. And on the second try, he's able to wrist it along the boards. Zach Whitecloud immediately clearing for Vegas. And this one's going to go all the way down to our left with 12.5 minutes to play. In this first period, a 1-0 Vegas lead on a goal from Jonathan Marchessault, who has been absolutely red hot, Billy.
11 goals last 12 games for Marchessault, 9 and he's one of the original misfits. And this play was set up. The Panthers got 4 penalty killers caught over on the left side of the ice, and that allowed some time for Marchessault to get to the top of that right faceoff circle. But it was the screen in front by Stone that caused the most problems. Bobrovsky just could not see through Stone, never picked up that shot by Marchessault.
Off a face-off win for the Panthers. Ekblad tried a shot that deflected away into the seats, so we'll have a face-off upcoming, 12:25 to play. Here in this first period of action, 1-0. It's the Vegas Golden Knights out front of the Panthers here in this one. All rights to this broadcast reserved. Any broadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida Panthers and the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited.
Marchessault didn't have a goal in his first 7 games of these playoffs. Now has 11 goals last 12 games, and he's one of those guys, when he starts to feel it and gets hot, he scores in bunches. And didn't have a power play goal until last game. Now has power play goals in back-to-back games. Panthers have to answer.
Face off far circle down to our right inside the Vegas zone. Sam Bennett will take the draw here, and off the draw, the Golden Knights have it. Whitecloud leaving it for Haig, back in behind the goal, taps it up the near side. This one goes into the neutral zone, and the Golden Knights are on the move down to our left. Here's Waugh along the near side, Kolosov to the corner. It's raced down by Carrier, tried to play it behind the net, cut off by Josh Mahura, played up the near side. Tkachuk shakes off a hit from Haig, got the puck out. Kolosov down to our right inside the Vegas line. He'll bring it back the other way. On to Haig. It's dumped down along the near side into the Panthers zone down to our left. Kolosov running to by Ekblad. Loose puck here in the near corner. And Sam Bennett trying to pull it free. Carrier keeps it in, sweeps it around the end boards over to the far side. Mahura able to race this one down, gives to Ekblad, and he's going to take a long look ahead. Well, the Panthers came into this one dressing 11 forward, 7 defense. Radko Gudas has gone down the tunnel for the time being, so now the Panthers back to 6 defense. We'll see what kind of pairings we end up with now here as Casey Fitzgerald into the action. His first shift of the game, first shift of the series, and first shift since the Boston series as he's back into the action. Into the near corner. He's run into by a couple of Golden Knights. Puck taken away. Amadio out to the line. Long shot. Pinballing wide as Martinez put it down there. Never got it through. Riley Smith out to the point. Petrangelo, long shot. It hit a skate, went wide to the corner as the Golden Knights put on some pressure here in the opening frame. Down along the end boards to our left. William Carlson. He'll look to play it out front. Mark Stahl cuts it off. Far boards for Anthony Duclair. And he's going to sky one out to the neutral zone. A collision around center. Verhaeghe in over the Vegas line. Into the far circle. It's going to be taken down low. Back behind the net. Barkov out to the right point. Fitzgerald the shot. It's off a skate. Rockets off to the far boards. Didn't get through. And back come the Vegas Golden Knights. 10:45 to play here in this first period of action. 1-0 Vegas on a Marchessault power play goal as the Panthers set up down to our left.
Casey Fitzgerald forced into the action because of the injury to Radko Gudas. He's going to be called upon to play some quality minutes.
Up the near side, it's Brett Howden barreled into and taken down by Brandon Montour. Ryan Lomberg here on the near boards, down toward the corner. Howden able to regather. He'll send it around far side, and Shea Theodore sends one out of the zone. That hopped off a stick, goes all the way down to our left. No icing here as Montour flings one around far boards, and that one rims up the wall, goes all the way down. And again, there won't be an icing. 10-10 to play in the first. 1-0 Vegas. Back in the Golden Knights zone, McNabb down to our right. He'll cruise along left to right for the Panthers. Right to left go the Golden Knights here on this sequence. Stevenson far circle, backhand in front. It's cut off. A good back-checking effort from Colin White. He'll drag it off to the near boards. Didn't get it out, though. Barbashev into the near circle. A shot from Marchessault. Fought off by Bobrovsky as Marchessault is trying to go high, short side. Loose puck here on the near wall, and it's Eric Stahl with control for the Panthers. Hands it around the end boards. And over on that far side, Josh Mahura will hand it along. That one goes into the neutral zone. Back in come the Golden Knights quickly. Marchessault has to hold up a bit. Would have been onside or offside had he entered. Eichel able to dump it along the far wall, and Josh Mahura cross ice to Aaron Ekblad. Here's Ekblad for the Panthers. Pass to center ice. In goes Barkov. Kachuk right side. Kachuk holds up on the near boards. Tries to buy some time and space. He's pressured, and it's muscled out of the zone. Kachuk here on the near side keeps control of it. Banks one across the ice to Forsling. Forsling up the far wing for Hagee, and he'll hand it down to that far corner. Barkov over on that far side. Verhage out of the far corner. Duclair got by him out to the right point. Montour winds, fires a shot. It's off a leg. Didn't get through. Hit Colasar. Stays in the zone. Duclair fumbled it though at the line. And the Panthers forced to reload around center. 8:52 to go in the first. 1-0 Vegas as the puck's played up the near side for Hagee. Top of the right circle, a shot. It didn't get through. And the Golden Knights bring it back along. It's Wong. Up the near side, Riley Smith cruising over the Panthers line. Backhand off the far glass. It goes down behind Bobrovsky's net. And back behind the goal. A tie up for the loose puck for Hagee and Wong. They battle back there. Now it's Forsling off to the near side for Reinhart. Reinhart met by some immediate pressure. Here on the near side, it's Waugh playing it out in front for Amadio. Loose puck side of the goal. The Panthers able to get control. Forsling up the near side, Reinhart. It's bounced into neutral ice, and the Vegas Golden Knights forced to reset. 8:17 to go in the first. 1-0 Golden Knights.
Shot blocking becoming a story again. When Panthers have chances in the offensive zone, it seems like every time it hits a shin pad or a body of a Vegas player.
Theodore to Stone up the far boards. Howden for Vegas. A 2-on-1 developing in front. Theodore, but he lost control of the puck. Reinhart got back against him. And now back go the Panthers up the right side. Reinhart to Lundell. Right circle, a shot. And that one deflects off a stick. Goes wide back behind the goal. It's going to be poked up the far wall. And the Panthers will have to reload back around center. 7:44 to go in the first. 1-0 Golden Knights. Casey Fitzgerald. Pass towards center ice has Sam Bennett. Bennett across center, looks to dump it in. It's off McNabb. Nick Cousins finds it, though, and he'll play it down behind the Golden Knights net. On the near corner, it's Nick Hague, pressured by Kachuk, who holds it in. Hague stays with it. He's punched by Cousins. Loose puck here along the near boards. Then Hague continues to battle for Vegas. He's shouldered again by Kachuk. Loose puck on the near wall, gathered in by Stevenson. He'll look across the ice. McNabb outlets to Stevenson. Across the Panthers line he goes. Off to the near circle. Stevenson, a shot, and save Bobrovsky. And it's played off to the near boards by Ekblad. Out comes Kachuk. And he'll play it to center ice. In go the Panthers. Mahura far side. A shot. It's over the net from Bennett. Around it goes Ekblad. Long try. Cut off out in front. And the Golden Knights bring it out quickly. Here's Barbashev into neutral ice. Had it poked away by Cousins. Back in go the Panthers. Kachuk to Cousins. Cousins crossing the Vegas line. He'll play it along the far boards. Down behind the Vegas net. Tie up back there. Eric Stahl fresh off the bench. Now a loose puck here to the near boards. On it is Barbashev. Short pass. Out come the Golden Knights. White Cloud right side. Dumped in by Stevenson. In on Bobrovsky. He's going to smother that. With 6:35 to play in the first, 1-0 Golden Knights. That'll take us to another media timeout. Panthers playoffs are presented by City Furniture. With that, we will step aside once again, I believe, here, and bring it back here in just a moment. Panthers trying to erase a 1-0 deficit here in the first on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team. Hey, Florida Panthers fans, want to kick your game up a notch? Then it's time to get drafted. Hit the bar and try a Truly Draft. All the refreshing flavor of Truly Hard Seltzer now on tap. Whether you need a pick-me-up between periods or a sip to celebrate that shorthanded goal, Truly Hard Seltzer has you covered. With 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 5% alcohol, there's no better drink for a long game. Find it near you at trulyhardseltzer.com. Truly Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Please drink responsibly.
Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
2:35 to play here in the first period of Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers trail the Vegas Golden Knights 1-0. The total keeps climbing. Amerant Bank Saves for Vets program has collected 2,915 saves for $116,600 so far this season. Amerant Bank. Imagine a bank that has your back. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you. Kevin Rogers back at our network studios in South Florida. Ray Regals, our on-site engineer. Danny Garcia back at studio control. And the Golden Knights control off a face-off win. Theodore looks off to the far circle. Barbashev near side. It's McNabb out to the line. Theodore long drive. It's off a leg. Didn't get through. Forsling over on the far boards with it. And he'll walk this one along. Dodges a check from Barbashev. Now it's Barkov in along the left wing. He was tied up. Back come the Vegas Golden Knights. Marchessault up to the Panthers line. Lost the handle on this one, and then he's brought in too hard by Brandon Montour here on the near side of the ice.
Coming up against Montour. He went a little high.
Yeah, he did. I thought for a second I was going to say he may have really gotten away with one there, but he didn't get away with it.
Came in late, came in a little bit high, a little bit undisciplined.
62, two-man's roughing.
Just over exuberance there by Montour. The hit's there, but you got to come in low with it.
And that's going to get called all the time.
Declare was the first guy in, and the elbows and gloves went up towards the head area, and that's where the problems came for Montour. Panthers shorthanded, and this is a critical point here with 6:07 on the clock. Declare had the hit, and that's just Montour. I know you get ramped up in the Stanley Cup Finals, and you want to do a lot. That's just doing too much. That's your emotions just getting the better of you. Paul Maurice is irate on the bench. But when you look back at the replay, it's going to get called when you go high towards the head area.
So 6:07 to play here in this first period. Vegas to the power play for the second time of the game. They lead 1-0 on a power play goal earlier from Marchessault. Off the face-off, the Panthers will have a chance to control. Remember, the Panthers did score a shorthanded goal last time out, and it was this unit, Lundell and Eric Stahl, that were able to put that one together. Puck played all the way down to our right. The Golden Knights going to bring it along right to left across your radio. Here's Jack Eichel, the center. Looks left, has Stevenson. Crossed in, almost lost it. Theodore keeps it alive. Right side, it's Marchessault down to Stevenson. Out in front, off the stick of Bobrovsky to the near boards. And Jack Eichel able to settle it. Spins it down low, Stone in front. Stevenson rolls it wide. Off the end boards, Anton Lundell able to clear. The puck goes the length of the ice all the way down with 5.5 minutes to play in the first. 1-0 Vegas as they bring it along right to left across the radio. 1:20 to go in this power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's Eichel taking over. Right to left across your radio through center. Dances in, skips off to the right side, trying to pass across. It's cut off in front of the Panthers net by Reinhardt, who's able to wrist it all the way down. And back behind the Vegas net, the goaltender Aiden Hill to the near side for Shea Theodore. Theodore, 5:05 left in the first, 1-0 Golden Knights, 56 seconds in their power play. William Karlsson crossing in over the Panthers line. And a good play made by Josh Mahura. Cut that one off, got the puck back out to the neutral zone, and Vegas forced to reload.
Smart play by Mahura there. Barbashev, the only option, and Mahura attacked him immediately as he tried to gain entry.
Puck dumped in by William Karlsson down to our left. All the way around it goes. Far side, Pietrangelo across for Karlsson. Karlsson back out to Pietrangelo, straight on, out in front, looking for a tip from Barbashev. It's wide. Here in the near circle, it's Barbashev down low to the bottom of the circle, where it's handled by William Karlsson. Karlsson out in front, bouncing pocket. It went off a body. It was Nick Waugh out in front of the net. Barbashev, far side, tried to settle it. Eric Stahl kept it from him. He pokes it out to center. And we've got a penalty upcoming this time against the Vegas Golden Knights with 16 seconds left in that Montour penalty. So the Panthers set to go on to a power play shortly. Here's the call.
Should be a slash against Waugh.
Number 10, Vegas, minor penalty, hooking.
Nick Waugh for hooking is the infraction. So in 16 seconds, the Panthers will go on to their first power play of the game, presented by Seminole Coconut Creek Casino.
This is what the Panthers have done so well throughout the course of these playoffs. You get that first goal on the power play, and you got the Storm, and you get the surge coming back. But you don't go into that 2-goal deficit, and you're able to get that penalty kill off the board in 16 seconds. You'll have your first power play of your own. And the Panthers don't have a shot since the 15-minute mark of this game. It's been a while. Let's see if they can 4-on-4 hockey for 16 seconds, see if they can dial something up on the power play.
Face off far circle down to our right. 4-on-4 for 16 seconds before that Panthers power play kicks in. Out to the far point, it's Tkachuk leaving it for Forsling. Across Tkachuk with some room. Tkachuk fires through traffic, a bouncer wide. Over on the far side, Ekblad races in to hold it in, but now out come the Golden Knights as Chandler Stevenson walks it across. He's going to be shouldered hard here on the near boards by Sam Bennett. Montour out of the box, so the Panthers go to the man advantage here. Panthers power plays presented by Seminole Coconut Creek Casino. Come down to our left in on Bobrovsky by Chandler Stevenson. 3:55 to play in the first. 1-0 Vegas. Panthers power play for 90 seconds. Here's Reinhart up the right side. Sam Reinhart dumps it in. Down and around it goes. Far boards handled by Sam Bennett. Back behind the net. Barkov here on the near side out to the right point. Kachuk into the right circle. Down to the corner. Held there by Barkov. He looks out to the line. Montour, Barkov, right circle. Barkov toward the corner, looking for a lane. Out to the point he goes for Montour. Across left side, Bennett. Barkov, room right circle. Shot high, save. Hill rebound. And Hill to save another try. And it's bounced wide by Barkov on the backhand. And here on the near side, Barkov holds it in. Down to the end boards, Kachuk. It's Barkov, right circle. Up top, handled by Montour. Off to the near side, Barkov. Down low, Kachuk threads it in front. Backhand try, save. Hill with the outstretched left pad on Bennett. And Reinhart works it back up high. Montour takes the shot across. Barkov, Montour up to the line. A drive and a right pad save made by Hill. 38 seconds left in the Panthers power play as the Golden Knights get a clear down to our left. Inside 3 minutes to play in the first. It's 1-0 Vegas, and now it's some heroics from Aiden Hill.
Phenomenal goaltending by Hill. They had 3 shots in a row at one point, and then Montour just melted one from the middle of the ice, and somehow Hill got a blocker on it.
Right point, Ekblad across Montour, right circle for Hagee room. A shot to save Hill with the left pad. Here on the near side, the Golden Knights try and clear, unable to get it out. Now it's William Karlsson taking over. He'll skate it to center. 8 seconds left in the power play for the Panthers, presented by Seminole, Coconut Creek Casino, and that's going to do it for that man advantage. It was almost the full 2 minutes, and the Panthers put a ton of pressure against Aiden Hill. But they come up empty on that sequence. Ingo, the Panthers now Duclair left side, looks out in front. Couldn't get it to Verhage. And the Golden Knights working along quickly. Here's Eichel, full head of steam through center ice. Down to our left he goes. Drops it off. Barbashev left circle. Out in front. His pass deflects away into the far corner. Marchessault. Now Barbashev out in front. And a shot they score. It's Martinez out of the left circle. 2-0 Golden Knights with 2:01 to play here in the first.
How's Martinez with the goal? Some forechecking pressure, and the Panthers can't get it out. It's Jack Eichel that's the first man in on the puck. They're able to get it back. And then Martinez takes a pass on the left faceoff circle. He goes high to the blocker side of Sergei Bobrovsky after all those chances on the power play. Vegas gets through that penalty kill, comes down the other way. Barbashev, a pass, and Martinez fumbled it initially. And Bobrovsky went down, and Vegas has made a real conscious effort to try and go high against Sergei Bobrovsky with their shots.
And the fumble you mentioned, Billy, may have actually worked to the advantage of Martinez there, because I think it almost served as some sort of a head fake.
It did, and again, screens and bodies in front.
Now the Golden Knights charge in quickly. It's Carrier up the right side. Fitzgerald steps in against him. Carrier out to the high slot. Here to the near circle. It's McNabb's shot. He tried to go high. He went too high. Up the far side, it's Ryan Lomberg. And he'll take it up the wing. Caught up to by Theodore, who clears. Far boards. A battle for the loose puck over there. Turns into a 2-on-2 scrum. 97 seconds to play in the first. 2-0. It's the Vegas Golden Knights out front of the Panthers here. A power play goal from Marchessault and an even strength goal from Alec Martinez. And that's where things are here. And here come the Golden Knights looking for more out in front. Stone for Howden. It's tipped wide. And here to the near corner. A battle for the loose puck. Stone looking out to the point. He's got his man Whitecloud right circle. A shot. He zipped it wide. And out to the near point on a carom held in by Haig. Remember, it was Whitecloud who had the eventual game winner, the third Golden Knights goal back in game one. As Kachuk floats it along, it's taken away by Stone, played to center. Montour off to the near side, Cousins. Cousins rink wide. Kachuk tapped it over the Vegas line, sent out by Whitecloud. Far side, Stevenson. In go the Golden Knights right circle. Stevenson, Stone. Stevenson taken down. And now the Panthers have a chance 3-on-2 back the other way. Sam Bennett in over the offensive line. Gets to the right circle. To Kachuk right side. Soft pass to Montour. He'll cruise in near side of the circle. Montour threw it out in front. Deflects out to the left point. Forsling winds. Fires. Save Hill with the left pad. Outstretched. He needed every inch of his 6'4" frame there to make the save. And the Golden Knights play it down to our left quickly. Riley Smith back into the Panthers zone. It's Gus Forsling behind the net. Out he comes left to right across your radio. 20 seconds to go here in this opening frame. A bouncer up the far wall. Riley Smith there for Vegas. He'll tap it up the far side for Pietrangelo. Gets across center ice. It's dumped down to our left. Around on a carom. 10 seconds in the period. Anthony Duclair. Oh, we've got a big collision out in front. It was Barkov tumbling over Amadio. And the Golden Knights now backed up to their own blue line. On for Karlsson near side. Lost it. Verhage swings it the other way. 20 minutes in the books, Billy. And It's a 2-0 Vegas lead through one.
Panthers got to get back in the dressing room and regroup. And they came out here in front of the home crowd in Vegas. Outside of that, Panthers power play poured it on pretty good. Connor Verhage had a breakaway chance. Panthers' chances. Aiden Hill, when called upon, was able to make the saves down at the other end. Vegas had 3 goals from defensemen coming into this series. In the first 2 games of this series, they get 3 goals from defensemen. They got one from Theodore, one from White Cloud in the first game. This time Martinez gets his first of the playoffs. The Panthers, they're got to be able to control. Their wingers are collapsing down low in the offensive end. That's leaving the points open, and they're able to creep down. You saw on that play by Martinez, he's down below the top of the faceoff circle with no winger on him, and the Panthers are trying to block the shot. But as a winger, you can help out down low, but you got to make sure you have your responsibility on the outside and cover your points. Vegas is getting some offense, some shots through down at the other end. Aiden Hill, again, has made some spectacular saves. Panthers do need more at 5-on-5. Vegas was the aggressor. Panthers were back on their heels in that opening period. See if they can change things around. And one area that's going to have to improve for this, you see it too when Vegas, when they're getting their opportunities, they are making a conscious effort to go high against Sergei Bobrovsky. We saw a couple of goals high to the glove side. Marchessault went high to the glove side when he let that power play goal shot go. And same thing with Martinez. And block shots, again, was the story in that first period. Every time when Panthers worked around, looks like they're going to have a chance to create some opportunities. It's a blocked shot, and Vegas is able to clear the zone. There's going to be some adjustments made, and Paul Maurice down 2-0. And this maybe as a coach, when you have that 11-7 configuration up front. I know the lines have been consistent.
Well, Radko Gudas, we didn't see him after that.
Yeah, Casey Fitzgerald is forced into the action. This is maybe at one time as a coach, Paul Maurice, you might have to start to tinker with your lines. We'll see how it goes. You might keep them the same for a bit, but if it continues this way, I know the lines have been good for you all the times, but there are points that you're going to have to make adjustments to your lines to try and get something going, some of your star players. See if Paul Maurice and the coaching staff comes up with something different here in the second, but they need an answer to what Vegas is doing. Vegas was the team that created more of the turnovers, the opportunities, more of the forechecking style that we're more accustomed to seeing from the Panther group.
So 2-0 Vegas after 28 minutes of play. That'll take us on to our Ford first intermission show. We'll get to that coming up here in just a moment. Remember, Game 3 of the series, Thursday at 8 Eastern. Buy and sell tickets to the NHL approved way. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Florida Panthers. The Panthers and the Golden Knights Stanley Cup Final. Did you know that Waste Management and the Florida Panthers teaming up to make FLA Live Arena more sustainable, from recycling, education, and materials management to developing programs to offset carbon emissions? WM and the Florida Panthers are always working for a sustainable tomorrow. If your business is interested in adopting sustainable practices, go to WM.com for more information. Brought to you by WM, an official sustainability partner of the Florida Panthers. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you in Vegas, handing it off to Kevin Rogers for the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard. A full recap of the first period. Lots to get to coming up on the other side of the break in our Ford First Intermission show. Here in Vegas, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final after 1. Panthers down a pair, 2-0 Golden Knights after 20 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
The growth of Rad Diversified has been incredible. My name is Dutch Mendenhall, CEO and co-founder at Rad Diversified. While the market continues to plummet, we continue to deliver incredible results for our investors through our diverse and lucrative portfolio of real estate and cash flowing investment. In less than 3 years, the value at Rad REIT has more than doubled. See what makes us rad at raddiversified.com today. That's RAD diversified.com.
One shot at this thing called life. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment, whether it's showing up for our team or sipping a glass of Jack while cheering at the radio. Don't let a single moment go to waste. Make it count. Jack Daniels.
Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniels Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2022 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Hey, Chuck, who uses Dollar Loan Center? I mean, do you have a typical customer?
Our customers are from all walks of life, all income levels, full-time people, part-time people, renters, homeowners, you name it. I think most people are surprised that our customers are 50-50 men and women and that our average customer makes over $40,000 a year. I can tell you this, our customers are great people and they're loyal to the DLC.
And how long do people usually keep their loans out?
Now here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission report on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Don't miss a moment at the Fortress by getting your full season membership for the 2023-24 Vegas Golden Knights season. Season tickets guarantee you the same seats at every game at T-Mobile Arena and at the best prices available, plus priority access to playoff tickets and Winter Classic tickets. Visit VegasGoldenKnights.com for details. It's the intermission report. Golden Knights up 2-0 on the Florida Panthers after the first period of play. Taking a look at the highlights in the first period, we're going to start things off with an Aiden Hill save.
Rebound, Eichel trying to drop it in front. Sent up and out of the zone. And now a chance for Verhaeghe down the slot. The lefty shoots. Hill the save. A little bit of shelling afterwards. Aiden Hill stayed with Carter Verhaeghe all the way.
Big stop there from Aiden Hill on Carter Verhaeghe and a breakaway opportunity. Then the physicality came out early in the game, which led to Vegas' first power play. Jonathan Marchessault, who drew the call, walked down the wing and opened the scoring.
Eichel on it, trying to help it up the boards. Stevenson steers it across. Marchessault, and he shoots. He scores! Marchessault! Power play goal! 1-0 Golden Knights. Jonathan Marchessault. Power play goals in consecutive games.
Jonathan Marchessault, a power play goal, his 11th of the postseason from Chandler Stevenson and Jack Eichel. 7:05 of the first period made it 1-0 Vegas. And later in the period, after Vegas killed off the Panthers' power play, Ivan Barbashev found Alec Martinez for his first goal of the postseason.
Taken at the goal line. Barbashev to the left. Martinez shoots. He scores! Martinez, 2-0 Golden Knights. 2 minutes to go first period. The Knights kill it off, and they add to their lead.
Alec Martinez from Ivan Barbashev and Jonathan Marchessault, 17:59 of the first period, makes it 2-0 Vegas, and then a last-ditch effort from the Panthers to try to get on the board before the end of the period was thwarted by a brilliant kick save from Aiden Hill.
Nobody home. To the left, Horsley shoots. Kick save! Oh, my goodness! Kick save and a beauty from Aiden Hill, stopping Forsling from the left point.
A lot to love in that first period from the Golden Knights. 2 on the board. Aiden Hill, some phenomenal work, and the Golden Knights lead the Panthers 2-0 after the first period of play. Out-of-town scores are presented by Betfred. Visit Betfred at Mohegan Sun Sportsbook inside the Virgin Hotel. The Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers battling it out in the Stanley Cup Final. Game 3 will be Thursday at 5 p.m. at FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. We're back with more on the Intermission Report, presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Final on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
inside the Panther net through one period of play. Before we step aside, let's pause for station identification across the Florida Panthers radio network.
Stanley Cup Final on WQAM Miami, WPOW-HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton, and Odyssey Station.
Coming up, we will take a look at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. That is straight ahead. Golden Knights 2, the Panthers nothing after 1. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final right here on the Florida Panthers radio network.
Panthers fans, download Upside to be a cashback champion. With the new Upside app, you earn cash back on the essentials you need and find cash in places you never expected, like your favorite restaurant, your go-to grocery store, and that gas station you always stop at. All the places you go, there's cash back waiting for you to find it. Will Upside earn you enough money to quit your job and become a full-time Panthers fan? Probably not, but it will give you a little something extra, like enough cash back to bring some friends to the next game or to treat yourself to some new Panthers swag. There's nothing like a Panthers win and a few unexpected bucks to brighten your day. That's life on the Upside. Download the free Upside app and use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill-up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores.
Hey, Florida Panthers fans, want to kick your game up a notch? Then it's time to get drafted. Hit the bar and try a Truly Draft. All the refreshing flavor of Truly Hard Seltzer now on tap. Whether you need a pick-me-up between periods or a sip to celebrate that shorthanded goal, Truly Hard Seltzer has you covered. With 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 5% alcohol, there's no better drink for a long game. Find it near you at trulyhardseltzer.com. Truly Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Please drink responsibly. Hey Panthers fans, it's time to hunt with your new favorite delivery app. Download the ASAP app to get all of your game day needs delivered right to your door. Use code GOCATS to be entered in the Winner ASAP Dinner Sweepstakes for Panthers tickets, autographed merchandise, and more. Also, fans can order their concession favorites from their seats at all Panthers home games this season with ASAP.com in-seat mobile ordering. ASAP.com is the official mobile ordering partner of the Florida Panthers.
Fourth first intermission continues. Kevin Rogers with you as the Panthers trail the Golden Knights 2-0. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final out in Vegas. Marchessault Martinez, the goal scorers for the Golden Knights. Let's take a look now at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, the official airline of the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Marlins coming off of a 3-game sweep of the Oakland A's, hosting the Kansas City Royals tonight. Marlins overcoming a 4-0 deficit as they lead the Royals 9-6. That game in the top of the ninth inning from Lone Depot Park. The Marlins with a win. They will improve to 33-28 on the season. Up next, we'll take a look at the South Florida sports scene, get you set for the Heat and the Nuggets Game 3 on Wednesday of the NBA Finals. Panthers trail the Golden Knights 2-0 after 1. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the All-Pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
Do you have too many reward programs to keep track of? Have you ever wondered what your points are actually worth? Soon you'll be able to free your loyalty points and pay your way with Points Cash, the new way to reward yourself. Our app will allow you to easily convert participating loyalty program points into cash, giving you new and exciting ways to engage your favorite teams and support your favorite players in and out of the stadium. No game, no problem. Simply transfer your loyalty points to the mobile wallet and make purchases with the value of your points. Reward your loyalty better this season and download the Points Cash app. Coming soon. Points Cash is an official partner of the Florida Panthers.
Imagine a bank that lives for assists. One that sees their customers as part of a team with a common goal to achieve your dreams. Well, imagine that. There is one. We're Amerant. We're ready to help you wherever you are in life. And just as importantly, wherever you want to go. Because at Amerant, we want you to live a life beyond what you could imagine. Amerant, official bank of the Florida Panthers. Member FDIC.
barriers. I'm all about breaking them. Hi, it's Luis Fonsi, international recording artist and South Florida resident. When it comes to creating music, I love mixing different musical styles and creating something new and unexpected. Ford builds SUVs and trucks the same way, breaking barriers with what you expect. Ford delivers strength, capability, and mixes in a level of comfort and style that's new, exciting, and perfect for South Florida. Visit your local Ford dealer today to get a great deal on a new Ford SUV or truck.
Ford First Intermission continues. Kevin Rogers with you. Golden Knights 2, the Panthers nothing. Second period coming up from T-Mobile Arena out in Las Vegas. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final with Vegas up 1-0. Taking a quick look at the South Florida sports scene. The Miami Heat knocked off the Denver Nuggets 111-108 last night in Game 2 of the NBA Finals, evening up that series at 1 apiece. They return to Miami for Game 3 coming up on Wednesday night. Up next is the second period out in Vegas. Panthers looking to overcome a 2-0 deficit to the Golden Knights. Doug and Billy have the call up next right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Panthers fans, download Upside to be a cashback champion. With the new Upside app, you earn cash back on the essentials you need and find cash in places you never expected, like your favorite restaurant, your go-to grocery store, and that gas station you always stop at. All the places you go, there's cash back waiting for you to find it. Will Upside earn you enough money to quit your job and become a full-time Panthers fan? Probably not, but it will give you a little something extra, like enough cash back to bring some friends to the next game or to treat yourself to some new Panthers swag. There's nothing like a Panthers win and a few unexpected bucks to brighten your day. That's life on the Upside. Download the free Upside app and use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill-up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores.
Welcome back inside T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you. Kevin Rogers back in the network studios. Billy, we're here on the Vegas Strip. Our engineer, Ray Regal, probably could tell me if I'm right, but this is Paradise, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada is a different municipality. It's not far from here, but we are not in Las Vegas. We are in Paradise, Nevada. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, over on Fremont Street, over where you can find the Four Queens and the D and the Plaza and all those places. The California, that's over there. That's Las Vegas. Yep. This is Paradise, Nevada. But the Panthers in Paradise here, a little bit of work to do here in the second period as we get ready for the middle frame. 2-0 Golden Knights heading to the second period of Game 2.
Panthers got to have the ability to turn it up a notch. Down without Radko Gudas, Casey Fitzgerald is going to start this second period. His defense partner is going to be Mark Stahl. Down to 17 skaters at the moment for the Panthers. We still have those 11 forwards up front, be able to rotate. But having Casey Fitzgerald in the lineup still allows you to have the full complement of 6 defensemen.
So the Panthers in white, right to left, Vegas in gold, left to right as we get set for the middle frame. Panthers again, some work to do. Vegas outshot the Panthers 11-10 in that first period of action. It'll be Anton Lundell taking the opening draw of the period. Nick Waugh wins this one for Vegas, and the Golden Knights control to start the period. It's sent up that far side by Alec Martinez, who had one of the 2 goals Vegas scored back in the first. Play down to our right. Mark Stahl run into, got a pass on the near side to Ryan Lomberg. He'll backhand over to Casey Fitzgerald, pokes it up the far wall, and it was cut off by Martinez around center. Back in go the Golden Knights. Martinez dumps it in. Up the end boards, handled by Mark Stahl. Giving to Fitzgerald. He's got some room. Looks across the ice. Saucer pass. Hops away from Lundell. Regathers. Plays it down to the near corner. And Martinez behind the net on it for Vegas. To Stevenson. Pass out front. Almost a dangerous pass there. It was nearly turned over. The Golden Knights do advance it. As Stone looks to send it through center ice. It's off Reinhart. Stone run into by Reinhart over on that far side. And now it's Carter Verhaeghe grabbing control for the Panthers off to Reinhart. Backhand feed Verhaeghe. Pounds it up the far boards. Goes down to our left into the Vegas zone. Verhaeghe in the corner. Looks to find the trailer. The pass hops away. away. And Stone will fire it out through the neutral zone. It's off Gus Forsling. He'll race it down far side for Verhage. Rink wide, Anthony Duclair dumped in along the near side. Around it goes on a carom. Got by Verhage. Right side, Montour cruising in. Down to the corner, sharp angle try, save Hill. The wraparound try, Montour on the follow-up, and a save made by Hill once again. Got from his left to his right to take that away. Back on the Golden Knights, a pass from Stone to Barbashev, poked away by Forsling, getting back using that great speed. And now the Panthers will look to bring it along from their own end. We've gone a minute and a half here in the second. 2-0 Vegas.
Montour flying down, pinching down from his point position, takes a shot, gathers the rebound, and tries a wraparound pin against Hill, and almost comes up with the goods.
Sam Bennett down behind the net. Nick Cousins in the trapezoid. Looks out front. Puck goes out the right point. A try-back plan through traffic and wide. Here on the near side. Picked up by Marchessault. And it's going to be sent out through the neutral zone. Jack Eichel left wing for Vegas. Down to the far corner. He'll be pressured over there. His pass along the far side skips away. Kachuk had Eichel in the crosshairs. Almost drilled him over there. And now the Golden Knights forced to reset back at their own line. Pass on the money, Theodore Carlson. In goes Marchessault, high slot, drifts off to the left circle, backhand out in front. That's cut off by Ekblad and cleared. And here on the near side, Nick Cousins to center ice, pushed along by Eric Stahl down to our left. A race for it. Colin White after it, kept to the outside by Haig. Carlson gave it away. Eric Stahl far side out in front for White. It was intercepted by Riley Smith, banked along, and the Golden Knights able to bring it along. Here's Haig on the near boards. He'll push it up to the Panthers line. Then it's eased down to a right by Amadio. Into the near corner. Colin White around to the far side. Verhage looks rink wide. This one bounces away. White runs it down up the boards. Eric Stahl held up, able to push it over the offensive line. White Cloud cross ice for Vegas as they transition in a hurry. Carrier up the far boards. Waugh then to Carrier through center ice. He goes down to our right to Nick Waugh. Over in the far circle. Waugh to the corner. He'll bring it out in front. A shot. He scores. Nick Waugh. It's 3-0 Vegas.
Panthers get caught in the line change. I talked about Vegas dominance in the pregame show in the second period. This is where they thrive. And that late line change leads to a 3-on-2 down deep into the corner. And Nick Waugh just walks out of the corner, is able to gather it. Miscommunication between the forward, Verhage, I believe, and the defenseman, Fitzgerald, and that allowed Waugh just to take it out of the corner, and he gets in between three Panther players and goes high again to the blocker side of Sergei Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky never did see that puck.
Nope. Never saw it. Brett Howden up the far boards, cut off there by Montour, tap back along. It goes into the Vegas bench, so we'll have a stoppage in the action here, and a face-off upcoming. 3-0 Vegas, so the Panthers in a tough spot here.
That was a miscommunication, and Casey Fitzgerald, who has not been in the lineup much, Waugh had the puck down deep in the corner, and he thought Verhage was going to go to him, and Verhage thought Fitzgerald was going to go to Waugh, and they both split off, and that allowed Waugh time to walk out of the corner. Fitzgerald, who hasn't played a lot new in the lineup, sometimes communication can be an issue, but that allowed that time and space for Waugh to release that shot.
Puck tapped down to our left, and Aiden Hill on the long distance redirection, able to gobble that up. And well, the face-off coming inside the Vegas zone near circle. 16:44 to play in the second period. 3-0 Golden Knights.
The Panthers have to have the same philosophy against Aiden Hill. What you've seen is traffic in front of Bobrovsky, and they're shooting the puck high. You've seen Aiden Hill, how dominant he is down low, and the same philosophy. The Panthers have to get bodies in front, and they have to shoot the puck high.
Kachuk holds the line, right circle. Nick Cousins in the offensive and turnaround shot through traffic, and a glove save made by Hill. 16:34 to go in the second period. 3-0 Vegas, and I guess that's the thing you can't overlook here. It's 3-0 Golden Knights, but Aiden Hill has had to do some heavy lifting at times, and he's come through for his team.
Aiden Hill's in one of those zones as a goaltender. He's their fifth goaltender they've used this year, and they've been able to rely on every single one of them. He's prototypical, just big goaltender, 6'4", covers that bottom half of the net, that wingspan, and the tip, that butterfly position, hard to score on if you can't elevate.
Mark Stone up the near side. for Stevenson. In go the Golden Knights, quickly developing 2-on-1. Stevenson across Howden, and it bounced away. He'll track it down to the end boards. Howden cuts it out in front, and this one goes off the stick of Bobrovsky. Out come the Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk to center ice, and he looked to drop it back for Bennett. It was cut off by Stone and cleared down to our right into the Panthers zone. Forsling off the near boards, looking along, and he's got Bennett. Bennett up the near wing. He's dumped over by Eichel. Now behind the net, Cousins throws a hit on his man. Back behind the goal, that was Theodore. Puck punched up the near side. Vegas gets a clear. Bennett here on the near wall into a tie-up. Verhaeghe finding it. Cuts to the high slot. Verhaeghe looks off to the far corner. Tkachuk looking back to the front of the net for Verhaeghe. The pass didn't connect. Whitecloud out of the zone. Barbashev heads down to our right for the Vegas Golden Knights. He'll cruise out front. Nifty move. Barbashev backhand. It's off the mark. Side of the net. And then Barbashev crashing into the net behind Bobrovsky, knocking it ajar with 15:36 to go in the second. 3-0 Vegas, and they were looking for more.
Panthers got to be able to find a way to stem this momentum. Got caught watching the puck, bad gap control, and Barbashev just able to put it through the skates and just walk around Ekblad there for that scoring chance. If you're in hot water, there's plenty of game left. The way the Vegas crowd is going and the way they're into it, I wouldn't even be opposed to Paul Maurice using a timeout at this point to try and just squash everything. You can't take that timeout home with you. And this is one of those areas where you got to make sure on your bench that you just gather your group and try and see. For the Panthers standpoint, they got to spend some time down in the Vegas end. There just has not been enough zone time.
Ekblad to the near boards. Taken away, play to the near circle. Eichel drives it down to the near corner. Action down to our right inside the Panthers end. Here on the near side, Eichel to the circle. Barbashev peels off the boards, trying to pass out to the line. Got away from Pietrangelo and goes all the way down to our left, and it's going to be Aiden Hill winding one around, and he can't clear. Here's Barkov down low, but it's poked away by Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo then recovering on to Eichel in the neutral zone. Eichel right side, Marchessault here along the boards. And he had it ripped away by Casey Fitzgerald. Back behind the net, off to the far boards. Fitzgerald stick handles out of the zone. Lundell on the right wing side. In go the Panthers in front. Reinhart, Barkov near circle, and he just couldn't settle it. Now here on the near boards, it's going to be poked along by Theodore. Gloved out of the zone then by Riley Smith. And the Panthers backed up to their own line. Mark Stahl, near wing, Ryan Lomberg in over the Vegas line. Here on the near side, Riley Smith, a stick in the lane, dropped it back. Theodore around, Pietrangelo up the wall, and Montour held it in for a moment. Second try, the Golden Knights get it out. It's sent out by Theodore. Through neutral ice, it's Mark Stahl. And it's stolen, and Riley Smith dumps it in for Vegas. They'll get a change with 14-13 left in the second period. 3-0 Golden Knights. Here on the near side, Lomberg got crossed up with one of our linesmen. Eric Stahl finds the puck. He'll dump it down into the Vegas zone. On the near boards to the corner, behind the net, Whitecloud. Off to that far side. It's shoveled out of the zone. Haig. In go the Golden Knights. A drive into the far circle. Colasar wired it wide. Here on the near side, Whitecloud. Down behind the net, Colasar protects the puck. Forsling on him. Colasar here on the near side. He'll play it down behind the net. This one goes off to the far boards on a Karam. And Carrier trying to drop it out to the point. It was away from Haig down to our left. The Golden Knights able to grab the handle. It's sent around Whitecloud. Whitecloud up the near side, deflecting away from Colasar. And into the Panthers zone, Bobrovsky. Over on the far side, it's Montour to Bennett. Bennett gives across the ice, Forsling. Tkachuk here on the near side. Bennett plows into Theodore. Panthers keep it deep in the offensive end. Verhaeghe off to the far corner. Bennett along the far boards to the line. A big drive, Montour. Pinballs out in front. Backhand drive. Bennett through the blue paint wide. Here on the near side, Forsling to keep it in. Into the corner, Tkachuk. Out to Montour, right point. Stone with a broken stick. Now it's Bennett, and he tried to spin it to the goal. Couldn't get it through. Out come the Golden Knights. Stone has a fresh stick. In go the Vegas Golden Knights. It's Stone out in front. Backhand, they score. And it's Brett Howden set up in front. 12:50 to play in the second. 4-0 Vegas. Mark Stone broke his stick in the defensive end, got a fresh one from the bench, rejoined the action, and set up Howden in front for the 4-0 goal.
Key to the training staff is Mark Stone, and he was there, and he was looking for a breakaway initially. Didn't get the outlet pass, but it led to a 3-on-2 coming back. The Panthers are late getting back. They can't get back. It was Bennett trying to get back against Howden, but he couldn't. Stone took the pass. It was a middle lane drive, and the middle lane drive by Stevenson took two players with him.
For the first time since Game 3 against Boston, Alex Lyon seems to be coming in.
On the back end, and Howden gets the goal. Panthers were on the forecheck. Bennett had a chance. It goes between Aiden Hill's legs through the blue paint and misses the net. And after that, they disrupt the play. They come back the other way, and they had three players caught down low, and a perfectly executed 3-on-2. It was a tic-tac-toe passing play, and Howden had the patience to take it to the back end and get around Sergei Bobrovsky, and Alex Lyon comes in in relief of Sergei Bobrovsky.
I tell you what, Billy, you look at the goals in this period. The first one, Sergei didn't see it. The last one, it was an odd man rush that just developed in a hurry.
But the Panthers they're pushing, they're trying. They knew Stone had a broken stick, but still get out of the way, and they get three forwards caught down deep in the offensive zone, and Bennett can't get back on the back check. And it was perfectly executed on the 3-on-2.
Offside call against the Panthers, so 12:38 to play in the second. 4-0. Vegas in front, and with that, we will step to an official timeout. So 4-0 Vegas, 12:38 left in the second. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the All-Pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
Has your child been diagnosed with autism? ABA Centers of Florida provides personalized autism therapy for children and teenagers. Call 844-682-4222 and get a free consultation. Immediate openings are available without any wait lists. ABA Centers of Florida is board certified, top rated, and nationally recognized. Most insurance plans are accepted. Call 844-682-4222 or visit abacentersfl.com/Panthers. The Florida Panthers are back on the ice, and this season, you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every game from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Florida Panthers.
In the second, 4-0 Vegas. Panthers fans, download the Upside app for free. Use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you. Ray Regals, our on-site engineer. Kevin Rogers back in our network studios. And Danny Garcia back at studio control. Anthony Duclair got hit by some friendly fire there as Aaron Ekblad tried to dump it in. And Duclair's gone right to the bench. Meanwhile, Josh Mahura swings it in for the Panthers down to our left, back into the Vegas zone. 4-0 Golden Knights leading here in Game 2. Panthers with some serious work to do. Anton Lundell, long shot, tipped by Colin White, and Hill the save. Petrangelo up the far boards, and Eichel able to maneuver it to center for Vegas. Not much further. In go the Panthers now. Barkov left side, Lundell in front. Barkov a shot, and Hill the save. Somehow, some way, Colin White in there looking for a rebound. Now he's going to be grabbed by the collar by Barbashev. And now Lundell tackles a Golden Knight at the side of the net. That was Marchessault. 12:01 to go in the second. 4-0. It's the Golden Knights out in front, and the Panthers coming close once again. And we've talked about it multiple times. Not to get lost in the shuffle, Aiden Hill's made some 10-bell saves here.
Colton White with a couple of glorious chances. One on a redirection on a shot by Lundell, and the other one on the side of the net.
2 minutes left.
And the Panthers wound up with a one penalty out of that? Oh, they got
it's 4-4.
They got Vegas for 1-2.
4-4, open up the ice.
Gets loud in here. We can't tell exactly the full extent of everything, but For a second, I thought the Panthers were going to go down a man, which shouldn't have been the case, and it's not going to be the case.
Here's an opportunity, even though it's 4-on-4, if you're down and you don't have a goal on the board, you're going to take more ice to operate to increase your chances, even on both sides. But for the Panthers being down 4-on-4 action, maybe can open up a little bit. And you're right about Aiden Hill. He is seeing and stopping everything. That redirection by Colin White, that's a tough save to make, and he's able to track it all the way into his body.
Off a face-off down to our left inside the Vegas zone. It's Haig back behind the net. White Cloud off to the far side of the ice. White Cloud up the boards. Powers his way toward the neutral zone. Nick Waugh, far side. He's got one here in the second period up on White Cloud. And he wasn't able to pull the trigger, and Bennett blasted him into the inboard. Took him down. Panthers don't clear Haig. Here at the near point. Cuts in near circle. Peels out to the boards. Nick Haig. Montour in against him. Haig powers through it. Down behind the net. Backing out in front. I saw the save made by Alex Lyon. That time on William Karlsson. And back come the Panthers. Here's Sam Bennett near side. He'll swing it down behind the net. Puck goes out to the far corner. Alex Lyon making his first ever Stanley Cup final appearance. Won a Calder Cup in the American Hockey League last year. And, of course, was the Panthers' starter coming into the playoffs. Started the first 3 games. Was replaced by Sergei Bobrovsky in Game 3 of the Boston series. And in that game, Paul Maurice said it wasn't anything against Alex's play. They were just looking for a big turnaround in that game, and it wasn't going to be anything a goaltender was going to be able to do. And I think tonight it might be a little bit of the same situation. It's going to take a big offensive output, not necessarily something a goaltender can do when you're down 4-0.
First 3 goals, Bobrovsky couldn't even see there was traffic in front.
Here's Reinhardt in right side, out in front, too far from Ahura pinching in. And here on the near boards, it's kept to the outside by Theodore. Loose along the near wall, Stevenson to Stone. Stone towards center. He'll maneuver in over the Panthers line, off to the far side. Stone and put a shot to save Lyon, and he's able to hang on. 10:28 to go in the second period, 4-0 Vegas.
You see the depth of this Vegas team. And their ability to score throughout their lineup. They have 9 goals in this series from 8 different players. The only player with 2 goals is Jonathan Marchessault. Jack Eichel doesn't have a goal. Chandler Stevenson doesn't have a goal. William Karlsson had 10 goals coming into it. They get offense and output up and down their lineup.
Face off to the right of Alex Lyon, down to our right inside the Panthers zone.
And the Panthers are seeing the full slot, full magnitude of this Vegas lineup.
Down to 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Verhaeghe around the end boards, far side, Montour. Dropped it back, Verhaeghe near side. It's Mark Stahl. He'll swing it across the ice. Martinez backed inside the Vegas zone. Martinez. He'll drop it off. Here's Jack Eichel. Up to center. Eichel in over the Panthers line. Off to the left wing side. Ends it out to the point. Martinez there to the high slot. A shot and the save made line. We've got an interference call coming. There was a pick set on Carter Verhaeghe. And absolutely that's going to be a penalty. Alex Pietrangelo, the guilty party. 9:59 to go in the second. 4-0 Vegas. Panthers with an important power play opportunity when we come back. Presented by Seminole Coconut Creek Casino. 4-0 Golden Knights lead here in Game 2 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Are you jealous of your neighbor's or best friend's outdoor kitchen? You can have your own in 3 easy steps. Go visit profitoutdoorliving.com. Schedule your free outdoor kitchen design consult with one of our design specialists. We do a live virtual session with you using our very own 3D design software to create the outdoor kitchen of your dreams. We have dealers throughout the United States and in some cases ship direct. Don't forget to visit us at profitoutdoorliving.com. Look us up on TikTok at Profit Kitchens or give us a call at 718-532-4333.
While the Panthers bring the heat to the rink, Tabanero brings the heat to the FLA Live Arena and all of South Florida. Tabanero is the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, and now you can enjoy it at concessions in every flavor. Original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Tabanero's premium sauce blends are made right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. Find them in Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Celano stores, and bring home the king of flavor, Tabanero.
Pest Pro Ridall, trusted by the best to keep away the pests. For all your pest control needs, call the professionals at Pest Pro Ridall to schedule your appointment. 954-247-4087. Pest Pro Ridall provides pest control to homes, restaurants, hotels, offices, condominiums, warehouses. Call 954-247-4087. Go to mypestpro.com. mypestpro.com.
9:59 to play here in the second period. 4-0 the Vegas Golden Knights lead the Panthers here in Game 2. Panthers trying to even this series at a game apiece, but they've got some work to do. They're going to the power play presented by Seminole. Coconut Creek Casino, second power play of the game for the Panthers here, and a critical one. There is still half a hockey game to be played here, so if the Panthers can cash in on one, it would certainly do wonders for their attempt to get back into this thing as Barkov lets one fly, and it's redirected on net. Save Hill. Off to the far boards then. Bennett, Reinhardt back and forth. Down to the corner. It's Tkachuk back behind the net. Winds it up the far side. This one goes out to the line. Taken by Montour. Zipped across. Here's Barkov. He puts it on net, and it's deflected away off the stick of McNabb. And then Tkachuk gives a little whack to McNabb in front of the net. 9:37 to play in the second. 4-0 Vegas.
This is
playoffs are presented by City Furniture.
This is an area Paul Maurice wanted to see improvement from the power play, more desperation, more urgency. We saw it on that first power play the Panthers got. They had 5 shots on net. Now they don't need shots on net and scoring chances. They need to capitalize and put one in behind Aiden Hill. They at least have to get Aiden Hill guessing someone. He's on such a roll. You got to be able to break this confidence.
Yeah, he's locked in right now. Panthers trying to solve him. It's Tkachuk out to the near point. Montour. Barkov. Down behind the net. Tkachuk out of the trapezoid. Barkov out to the line. It's Brandon Montour. Long shot off a body and hit William Carlson. Barkov able to find it. He'll back in out to the point again. Montour near side. Barkov. Barkov into the near circle. Shot tipped by Tkachuk. Save made by Hill. Bennett. Right circle. Reinhardt. Into the corner. Bennett. Bennett along the far boards, top of the right circle to the high slot. Barkov, bottom of the near circle, looks out front. Bounces off the boards. Montour driving. That one off a leg out front. May have bounced off Sam Reinhardt. And the puck sent around. Over to the far point it goes. It's Montour. Montour near side. Barkov, center of the line. Montour now the right circle. A shot from Bennett. Save. Hill the rebound whacked wide. Hill may have gotten a piece of that as Reinhardt was knocking on the door. Over in the far corner, Bennett. Wows down low to keep the puck in, but a second chance the Golden Knights get a clear from William Karlsson. 8:40 to go in the second. 4-0 Vegas. 40 seconds left in the Vegas penalty against Alex Pietrangelo for interference. Anton Lundell in offensively for the Panthers. Left side for Verhaeghe. Tried to spot the trailer. It bounces. Montour down to Verhaeghe again. Verhaeghe here in the near circle. Reset save made by Hill with the glove. And he'll hold it. 8:22 to go in the second. 4-0 Vegas. And Billy, the Panthers in these playoffs, they saw Linus Ullmark, Jeremy Swayman, they saw Freddie Anderson, Antti Ranta, they saw Ilya Samsonov and Joe Woll, and Aiden Hill may not be a household name yet, but he's as locked in as we've seen anybody.
It's a brick house in the net, and I've been impressed. I said get in front of the net and get some redirections. Well, the Panthers have had some redirections, and Hill is still showing the ability to make those saves. It's very positionally sound. We talk about a goaltender that's efficient in net. When you watch Aiden Hill, it's very efficient, no wasted movement. Just lets pucks hit him.
Puck played all the way down to our right into the Panthers zone. Alex Lyon taps to the side. Gus Forsling right to left across your radio. We go back to 5-on-5 hockey. Pietrangelo out of the box. And looks like an offside call here against the Panthers. 7:54 to go in the second. 4-0 to score. Pietrangelo was dangerously close from his perspective there of taking a tripping penalty as soon as he stepped out of the penalty box.
It's a 7-game series. You got to remember, too, even if whatever the outcome of this game is, you want something to build on. Going back home, there's still, you got 28 minutes left of hockey. There's still plenty of hockey to be played. And for the Panthers, you got to show some competitive fight. You get one, even here in the second period, it still gives you a fighting chance.
Into the far corner, Theodore, and he's running too hard by Lomberg. Panthers keep it down on the end wall. Puck goes out to the near corner. Here's Eric Stahl. Winds it around, far side. Brandon Montour into the corner. And Cousins Finds it over there on that far side of the ice. And you see Eric Stahl, Ryan Lomberg, Nick Cousins were united here. That was a line for a good chunk of the year that got a lot going against each other. Now we've got some chatter. William Carrier maybe going off here, Billy. 7:25 to go in the second, 4-0 Vegas. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Panthers do another power play presented by Seminole.
Carrier threw a punch at Lomberg. Lomberg was chattering in the face, and this time the Panthers were the one doing the agitating, and goes over the edge, and the Panthers, William Carrier, got involved in the action and gets a roughing call out of it. The Panthers get back-to-back power plays.
7:25 to play in the second. Panthers power plays presented by Seminole, Coconut Creek Casino. The Panthers playoffs are presented by our friends at City Furniture. 4-0 Vegas in front here in game 2. Panthers would love to start to chip away here on this sequence. Barkov on for the offensive in draw. Off the face-off, puck to the near corner, and Tkachuk winds it around. Off to the far point, Sam Bennett. Down to Reinhart, in the right circle, behind the net, Tkachuk. Out to the far point, it's Sam Bennett. Bennett holds out there at that right side, and he'll hand it out to the line, taken there by Montour. Montour to Barkov, top of the near circle, plays it toward the net, deflecting. It's over in the far corner. Bennett tried to drop it behind the goal, cut off by Braden McNabb, and he will clear for Vegas. All the way down, and Alex Lyon immediately pushes it on for Brandon Montour. Panthers right to left, Vegas left to right. Here in this second period. Off across center goes Barkov. Barkov, Tkachuk, and the puck poked out of the zone by Howden. Montour. Across it's Sam Bennett. Bennett here on the near side, cuts in offensively. He's going to have it poked away by Pietrangelo, cleared by Carlson. Down to our right it goes. 6.5 minutes to play here in the second period. And about a minute of power play time left for the Panthers, presented by Seminole, Coconut Creek Casino. Across center, right to left across radio, Barkov. Right side, Verhaeghe. Now Reinhart. Verhaeghe right circle. Out to the high slot. Montour, a shot. Oh, what a glove save made by Aiden Hill. As he was down in the splits, reached up and was able to snare that laser beam of a shot from Montour.
Aiden Hill just devoured another shot that was labeled for the top shelf. Does the full splits and still able to reach out with the leather and snag that shot by Montour. Montour looking in to the attic here of T-Mobile Arena, just frustrated. Aiden Hill is starting to get in the Panthers' heads even. Wondering what you can do to beat this goaltender.
6:18 to go in the second, 4-0 Vegas. Near point, Gus Forsling walks in near circle. A shot deflecting. It's off to the far corner, and Carter Verhaeghe there. Running to by Stevenson. Verhaeghe fights through it. Down to Duclair. Over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe backhand out to the line. Forsling across. Ekblad. One-timer. It got away from him, though. Couldn't get what he wanted on that. Down behind the net. Battle for the loose puck. The Golden Knights don't clear Forsling out to the right point. Gives down to the circle. Verhaeghe a shot, and it deflects off Haig. High into the air and out of play. 5:51 to go in the second. 4-0 Vegas. And with that, we will step to an official timeout. No, we won't. We'll keep it right here.
27 seconds left on the power play.
Yep, power play still winding down. There's still some time on the power play. Pardon me. Face off far circle down to our left. Anton Lundell on for the draw.
The goaltending, whatever you want to say about it, it has been a difference. 21. The shots are 21-15, and Panthers have had their scoring chances and looks, and Aiden Hill has had an answer every time.
Sent along by Pietrangelo. Down to our right, Alex Lyon leaving it for Forsling. Forsling on for Lundell in the neutral zone. Anton Lundell. He'll guide it in. Down and around the inboards it goes. Far side of the ice. Ekblad crashing in. Tied up by McNabb. 2-on-2 scrum over on that far side. Verhaeghe down behind the net. Had it nudged away. And here's Pietrangelo. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the puck's cleared out to center. Forsling gives to Ekblad. Ekblad across center. He's got Nick Cousins into the offensive end. High slot. Cousins pulls up a shot. It's blocked by McNabb, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. Brandon Montour back for this one. 5:09 to play in the second. 4-0 Vegas. Cousins across center ice. Down to our left he goes. Looks to the far wing. The pass hopped away. McNabb for Eichel. And then it's Marchessault back along for Eichel. Too far down to our right. A race for it. Mark Stahl there first. Eichel in there against him. They tie up. Rolling puck near side. Marchessault has it. Eichel toe drag out front, poked away by Eric Stahl. And he'll bring it off to the near boards. Eric Stahl looks to clear, held in by Barbashev. Down low to an open Eichel side of it. And it's poke checked away. Good read there from Alex Lyon. Now off to the far circle, a drive, and a save made by Lyon that time on Martinez. The Panthers bring it along. They've got numbers to the offensive end. Play to the far circle, but Martinez clogged the lane, cleared it. Eichel, far side, Marchessault through center ice. Marchessault in, right circle, lets it rip, save Lyon, and he will cover. Took that off the chest protector, juggled and covered up. 4:21 left in the second, 4-0 Vegas. And with that stoppage in the action, we will take it to our final media timeout here in this second period of play. And yeah, that's the case. So 4-0 Vegas. Back with more Game 2 action straight ahead on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Pest Pro Ridall, trusted by the best to keep away the pests. For all your pest control needs, call the professionals at Pest Pro Ridall to schedule your appointment. 954-247-4087. Pest Pro Ridall provides pest control to homes, restaurants, hotels, offices, condominiums, warehouses. Call 954-247-4087. Go to mypestpro.com. mypestpro.com.
While the Panthers bring the heat to the rink, Tabanero brings the heat to the FLA Live Arena and all of South Florida. Tabanero is the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, and now you can enjoy it at concessions in every flavor. Original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Tabanero's premium sauce blends are made right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. Find them in Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Sedano stores, and bring home the king of flavor, Tabanero.
Are you jealous of your neighbor's or best friend's outdoor kitchen? You can have your own in 3 easy steps. Go visit profitoutdoorliving.com. Schedule your free outdoor kitchen design consult with one of our design specialists. We do a live virtual session with you using our very own 3D design software to create the outdoor kitchen of your dreams. We have dealers throughout the United States and in some cases ship direct. Don't forget to visit us at profitoutdoorliving.com. Look us up on TikTok at Profit Kitchens or give us a call at 718-532-4333.
4:21 to play here in this second period of action. 4-0 Vegas in front here in Game 2. Panthers with some serious work to do if they want to avoid falling back 2-0 here in this Stanley Cup final. Panthers playoffs presented by City Furniture. Face off near circle down to our right. After the fourth Vegas goal, Sergei Bobrovsky exited. In came Alex Lyon. Also should note from Panthers PR as the puck dribbles in on Alex Lyon. He covers. A note from Panthers PR. Radko Gudas won't return to tonight's game. Haven't seen him since back in the first period. He will not return tonight.
Big concern moving forward. Radko Gudas so important to this team. Jack Eichel with an assist in this game has the third most points in his first ever postseason. Only two players ahead of him, Mark Recchi and Eric Stahl. Recchi had 34 in his first postseason. Eric Stahl back in 2006 had 28 for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Following a face-off here on the near side down to our right. Mark Stahl hands it on for Verhaeghe. Tapped across. Here's Casey Fitzgerald. Up the far wing. Hopped away from him down to our left. Fitzgerald back in the Boston series. Played his first Stanley Cup playoff game. So tonight his first Stanley Cup final appearance as Mark Stahl and Nick Waugh have a little exchange. Pass to Verhaeghe near side. Down here for Tkachuk. Tkachuk out to Verhaeghe, but it's taken away and cleared by Kolesar. And that'll send Fitzgerald tracking back into the Panthers zone. Fitzgerald from Montour. Fitzgerald just adding to the number of former Buffalo Sabres in the action here tonight. As the Panthers bring it along, Fitzgerald sends one down to our left, and it's going to be White Cloud off to the far side for Haig. Out come the Golden Knights quickly. Stevenson through center. A couple of maneuvers. Works in. A shot. It's wide. Over on the far boards for Hagee. A backhand out of the zone. Clears. Cross ice. Tracked down by Theodore. And to our left. He's got it. Pass to center ice. Along goes Stevenson. Works in for the Golden Knights. Near side Howden. Brett Howden here along the near boards. And Eric Stahl able to rip it away from Brett Howden. Pass across for Josh Mahura. Poked out through the neutral zone. And the Golden Knights able to reset. McNabb for Theodore to Stevenson. He dodged a check from the incoming Eric Stahl. Got the puck out. Panthers keep it in the neutral zone for a moment before McNabb looks long then for Howden, overshot him. It's an icing call against Vegas, 4-0. Vegas in front of the Panthers here in game 2, 2:53 to go in the second period. The Panthers playoff presented by City Furniture.
Casey Fitzgerald, pretty neat story. Tom Fitzgerald, his father, my longtime line mate, was in that 96 series, and I knew Casey's the kid, was born in Boca Raton, Florida native. So get a father and son to play in a Stanley Cup of the same franchise is a really good story. Not going the way the Panthers would like tonight, but still nice to see Casey get into the lineup.
Anthony Duclair down here in the near corner. Cuts back behind the net. Duclair off to that far side. Had it poked away by McNabb. Give it to Theodore. Shea Theodore here on the near side. Looks long on the money. And he's got Brett Howden, who backhands down to our right. Deep into the Panthers zone. Back behind the net, Aaron Ekblad. He'll keep it to the outside. It's Duclair. Right to left across your radio. 2.5 minutes to play here in the second period. Barkov up the wing. Barkov dumps it down behind the Vegas net. Behind the goal, it's Martinez for the Golden Knights. Off to the near side, kept in by Forsling. Now Lundell tied up. Duclair finds it. Forsling out to the high slot. Ekblad turns, fires, tipped in front. Save Hill. Played back out front by Barkov. And it hit a skate, didn't get through. Somehow Aiden Hill made a save on that deflection. And the Golden Knights bring it along. Oh, Jack Eichel just got planted by Matthew Tkachuk, and that's going to start something. Eichel's helmet went flying off, and Matthew Tkachuk now has 4 Golden Knights around him, and that's going to bring a big old pile up here on the near side of the ice. That was one of the hardest open ice checks you'll see anywhere, anytime, any league. Matthew Tkachuk just absolutely tattooed Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel had the puck come through the middle of the ice and tried to make a move, had his head down, wasn't looking at all, and it's a perfectly clean body check. It's a shoulder.
It was like the one he laid on Alex DeBrincat when Ottawa was in town. Remember that?
The skates are on the ice, and if you have your head down in this league and you're trying to skate like that, Matthew Tkachuk, there's nothing wrong with that. You lead with your shoulder, your elbow is tucked in, and that is just skating with your head down, not being aware, and Matthew Tkachuk made Jack Eichel pay a heavy price with that body check. Jack Eichel went straight down the tunnel into the dressing room. He was wobbly getting back to his feet, and now we got a scrum that ensued after that.
Oh, Matthew Tkachuk just about made him a part of the ice surface here at T-Mobile Arena.
Jack Eichel trying to dance around, and I've been taught since you're a little kid to keep your head up. But
yeah, that's not going to work around here, Jack. Well,
he's in a lot of distress heading into that locker room.
He was skating with his head down right across the center of the ice, and you certainly wish for the health of all the players, but he was skating with his head down right over the middle, and Matthew Tkachuk got a hold of him.
And you got to remember Jack Eichel's injury history with the neck and back. That's the big-time operation that he had to come back through. And you do wish for the health of the players.
But if you want to turn the momentum of a series, that's the kind of play you make.
And Jack Eichel, he was caught off balance, too. Just kind of, he lost his balance at the last second and was kind of leaning forward. And the shoulder right in, the skates are on the ice.
And like you said, Billy, that's a cardinal rule. You just don't go over the middle with your head down. And Matthew Tkachuk had him right in the crosshairs.
There's nothing. Part of the check that made it bad, Eichel lost his footing at the last second.
He took a bit of a tumble. Now that we see a replay, he
lost his footing at the last second.
He was falling a little bit, but Matthew still got him shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, there was still no head contact.
Florida 19 got 2 for roughing and 10 misconduct. 42 Florida's got 2 for roughing. 7 Vegas has got 2 for roughing.
So they gave Matthew Tkachuk.
Well, the roughing penalty's not from the hip.
What made it so bad for Eichel was that he lost his balance. I don't believe this hit is going to be quite as bad if he's maintaining his feet, but he was almost in a Superman motion coming across the ice. And Matthew Tkachuk, to his credit, he was still able to avoid head contact.
Yep, it was a smart hit.
But in players like that, the first thing you think a lot of times is that you're going to hit the head, but it was shoulder to shoulder against Jack Eichel. And that's one of the – it's a big-time hit. You wish for the health of all the players, but that could be, as far as a turning point in the series,
Hey, Jack Eichel's a heck of a player, and again, you have the ultimate respect for the way that he's come in and what he's been able to do for this Vegas team. But again, you go over the middle, dangerous things can happen like that. And it was an absolutely clean hit. Of course, the infractions that came were a result of what took place afterwards. Puck play down to our left inside the Vegas zone. That's going to be an icing call.
Well, Matthew Tkachuk and his impact to change the game in different kind of ways, and maybe not so in this game being down 4-0, but this could have an impact down the road.
Absolutely. And hey, the series is a process. We talk about it. You need more than, it takes more than one game to win a series. Over on the far side of the ice, Fitzgerald launches it along. It's gloved down by Riley Smith and then poked out of the zone. McNabb to center ice. And now William Karlsson. He'll play it up that far side. Here's Smith the drive, and it's absorbed by Alex Lyon. He'll hang on to it. 1:38 left in the second, 4-0 to score. And hey, you remember last game too, there were some altercations. And that's old-time hockey. You take a number, and you get the guy back later. Eichel was involved in some stuff last game.
Yeah, and he skated away from it. He just didn't want any part of it.
He wanted nothing to do with it. And Matthew Tkachuk got a hold of him.
And if you were to vote for Conn Smythe Trophy winners at this point, I know Aiden Hill's played well. He hasn't played the whole playoffs, and Jack Eichel would be the front runner for the Vegas team.
Off to the near side. It's Reinhardt looking across the ice, bounces away. And now it's played off to that far side. Sam Bennett over along the boards. Lost it. 1:21 to go in the second. 4-0 Vegas.
Different turning points in the series. And if the Panthers get back into this on third period on home ice, and you never lose a series until you lost a game at home. That's the old adage.
Yep. Well, off the face-off, puck play down to our right by Whitecloud. Around it goes, far side. Ekblad, he'll shovel it out of the zone. And this one goes out through center down to our left. Whitecloud after it. Here on the near side, Whitecloud's blasted by Barkov. Here along the near wall, the little pile-up behind the play here. Meanwhile, out come the Vegas Golden Knights. Hossa. He'll hand it to the ice. Slow it shot in from Wah, and that deflects away. Here on the near boards, Lundell taps it along. Here on the near side, Barkov. He'll find control, gives to Montour. Up the far side off the stick of Ekblad. That goes up and out of play. 47.7 seconds left in the second. 4-0. It's Vegas out in front. And again, Billy, you could attest to it, but things move quickly out there. And in a split second, again, you can't look away. You can't look down. You
go back through the history of the playoffs and you remember the Scott Stevens hits on Paul Korea, those type of hits that can change a series. And with the Panthers being down, that hit has the ability to change the whole outlook of this series. Vegas without Jack Eichel in their lineup is a much different looking group.
Here's Eric Stahl on for Mark Stahl. He'll take it into the offensive end for the Panthers, right side of the circle. Backhand out in front, and this one hops off the near point. Lomberg a drive at deflection. It's back behind the goal. Loose back in behind the net. Lomberg finding it. Lomberg into the far circle. He saw it. To save Hill loose off to the side of the goal, and Hill reaches out to cover, and he's got it with 16.9 seconds left in the second. 4-0. Vegas in front.
Some nifty one-on-one moves by Ryan Lomberg behind the net. He's able to shake and bake and get around a couple of Vegas players. Comes out the short side, tried to stuff it in quickly. Right off the mask of Aiden Hill. Good individual work by Lomberg to create that scoring chance. A little bit more chippiness after the whistle again. Ryan Lomberg getting involved with a couple Vegas players.
Well, face-off coming up far circle down to our left. Eric Stahl on for the draw. And off the face-off, a battle in that far corner. 10 seconds in the period. Puck scores out in front, goes off to the near side. And it's Whitecloud to tap it out of the zone. And Montour backed up to his own line. He's run into by Howden. And those two have a couple of words. Meanwhile, the period comes to a close. 4-0. The Panthers in a hole through 2 periods of play. And, well, we had some rough stuff pick up. Perfectly legal hit from Matthew Tkachuk on Jack Eichel, cutting over the middle of the ice. And we'll see what kind of an impact that has. I guess that's the big thing now. First, you have the Panthers with some serious work to do trying to solve Adin Hill. But how does the Matthew Tkachuk hit, perfectly legal on Jack Eichel, impact the rest of this game and potentially going into game 3 and 4?
Depends on what the status is going to be on Jack Eichel, and you have to go back. It is worrisome because of his injury history.
Yeah.
He did have a major
back to his Buffalo time.
Neck injury that he had to have a unique surgery on just to come back and even play. And it took a long time for that injury and that surgery to get done. And that was part of the reason that Buffalo had such a problem with Eichel. He wanted to use a different doctor and go to a different. That's why the trade was made here to Vegas. I talked about the second period being a really good period for Vegas. Now 27-9, they've outscored their opponents in the second period. They get a couple of goals, one by Waugh, one by Howden in that second period, and have that 4-goal lead. But the big play of that second period was the Tkachuk hit on the superstar Jack Eichel, and Matthew Tkachuk is going to play every game from the start to the finish, no matter what the score is. And Jack Eichel, still wondering what the outcome of that hit would have been if he didn't lose his balance.
Mm-hmm.
And credit to Matthew Tkachuk, because Eichel did lose his balance, the one point that you're leading with is the head.
Yep.
And Matthew Tkachuk was still able to avoid head contact.
It was a shoulder-to-shoulder hit.
He still made shoulder-to-shoulder contact. If he would have made it, shoulder, even if he would have made contact with the head, to me it's still would have been a legal hit, but there would have been, you talked about a controversy, a storm brewing if there would have been head contact. So it's really good from Panther standpoint and everything. As far as that check, there is nothing that you can look back on and say there was nothing wrong. The skates are on the ice, the elbow's tucked in, and you make shoulder-to-shoulder contact, so there's no dispute.
And at the end of the day, you just got to be more careful cutting across the center of the ice. You just can't. If you're
as a kid, when I played back, if I had the puck coming through, if it was anywhere near my stick and I was cutting through the middle of the ice, if it was on my stick, fine. But if not, I was looking up, and Jack Eichel just got that head down, and Matthew Tkachuk did it. I do really, honestly, for the health of
you wish for the health of everybody.
You never want to see anyone injured and hurt.
And everything gets heated. It's competitive, but you wish for the best for everybody, especially for the game's star players like that.
Jack Eichel. So we're not going to anyway pinpoint anything bad on Jack Eichel.
Absolutely
He's
not.
had incredible playoffs and been a superstar for this team. Just got caught in a bad situation.
And hits like that are part of the game.
And Tkachuk was able to take the hit. Now we got a third period coming up. Tkachuk's going to be eligible to come back in this game because he got a 2-minute and a 10-minute misconduct. He'll serve those 12 minutes and be able to return to game action after all that penalty time is up. The Panthers are down 4, and going into this third period, two things. One thing major, I'd like to see the Panthers at least solve.
The growth at Rad Diversified has been incredible. My name is Dutch Mendenhall, CEO and co-founder at Rad Diversified. While the market continues to plummet, we continue to deliver incredible results for our investors through our diverse and lucrative portfolio of real estate and cash flowing investment. In less than 3 years, the value at Rad REIT has more than doubled. See what makes us rad at raddiversified.com today. That's RAD diversified.com.
Of your choice. Fast, easy, and free. For a week anyway. There's no charge to find out how much you can qualify for and free interest for a week on your loan. It doesn't get much better than that. Apply at don'tbebroke.com. Give us a call or find a dollar loan center near you. And remember, at DLC, your first loan is free in 2023.
Still required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet minimum loan qualifications. 4b loan qualifications. Visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
At Smith's, you can find the highest quality products at a great price in every aisle, every day with Kroger brand. So you can stock up on your household favorites that are tried, tested, and loved by you. Because when you get the products you love at great prices, it feels like winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, oh, shiatsu, bottle service, yeah, hit me, shop till you drop, and then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
Farhan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. You want an attorney who does everything in his power to translate knowledge and experience into big bucks in your pocket. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
If you've been hurt, Naqvi is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
Now, here's Ryan Wallace with the Intermission Report on the Golden Knights Radio Network.
The second intermission is presented by Barry's Downtown Prime at Circle Las Vegas. The Golden Knights up 4-0 on the Florida Panthers after 2 periods of play here in game number 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Taking a look at the highlights in that second period. The Golden Knights hit the second period looking for more and got it early as Nick Waugh made a great play along the walls, cut into the slot, and beat Sergei Bobrovsky.
Somebody lost a stick. Nice counter. In they go. Carrier with Watt. Watt run off by Verhaeghe into the left corner. Watt walks out in front and scores. Nick Watt. 3-0 Golden Knights. 3 minutes into the second period. First shot of the period. And the second goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs for Nicholas Waugh.
Nick Waugh, second of the postseason from Will Carrier and Zach Whitecloud, 2:59 of the second period, made it 3-0 Vegas. And the Golden Knights kept up the pressure and scored a gorgeous goal as Mark Stone set up Brett Howden's 4th of the postseason to chase Sergei Bobrovsky.
Collision in the middle. Howden grabs the puck. Howden coming to center. Finds Stevenson. Into the zone with Stone. On the right wing, Stone. Now down the middle. Score! Howden! Brett Howden brings the crowd to its feet once again. 4-0 Knights. 13 minutes to play in the second period.
Howden from Stone and Chandler Stevenson, 7:10 of the second period makes it 4-0 Vegas. And then later on in the period, Aiden Hill with a big-time glove save.
Now in the middle, it's Montour shooting. Glove save by Hill. There's nothing. He can't stop right now.
Aiden Hill coming up big for the Golden Knights. And then late in the period, Matthew Tkachuk introduced himself to Jack Eichel with a big and booming open ice hit.
And the Knights get it there. Eichel looks ahead, backhands, oh, he's decked hard. Helmet pops off, gloves are dropped. Eichel is skating over to the bench.
Jack Eichel immediately down the tunnel. We will keep a look on Jack and see if he's able to return in the third period. Hopes that Jack will be okay after that big hit from Matthew Tkachuk. Out-of-town scores are presented by Betfred. Visit Betfred at betfredsports.com. No other games in the NHL as the Golden Knights and Florida Panthers are battling in the Stanley Cup Final. Game 3 will be Thursday at 5 o'clock at FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The Golden Knights Express is operating now to get you to and from the Fortress. Fees are only $4 round trip with stops all over the valley. For more information, visit rtcsnv.com today. We're back with more on the Intermission Report presented by Dollar Loan Center. It's the Stanley Cup Final on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Stay up to date with the latest from the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights here on Fox Sports Las Vegas, 98.9 FM and 1340 AM KKGK Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
With PowerShift by NV Energy, you have the power to reduce energy bills 10 to 25%. Whether that's free smart thermostat installations, free energy assessments, or free appliance upgrades for eligible customers, you have the power to save at your home or your business. Make a powerful change today and save for future generations. Make your power move at nvenergy.com/powershift.
You know, a lot of lawyers who advertise here don't even live here. If they say Nevada, they're not from around here. If they think our capital is Las Vegas, they're not from around here. I'm Richard Harris, and I am from Nevada. I grew up here. I went to school here. I raised my family here. No one knows Nevada like we do. If you've been injured, call me, Richard Harris, of the Richard Harris Law Firm, 444-4444, just in case.
STN Sports is the only sports betting app you need this season. STN Sports has it all. In-play betting, mobile parlay cards, the Play Plus card to fund and withdraw from anywhere in Nevada, and a $50 new sign-up bonus. STN Sports even lets you earn rewards for every bet. Safe and easy betting from your phone or tablet. Go to stationcasinosports.com or sign up at any Station Casino or Wildfire. Details available at all sports books.
Listen up! Your share at winning over $500,000 in free fuel and products is just a tap away with the Terrible Social House app. Yes! With a qualifying purchase at the pump or in-store, you can shop, spin, and win directly on your phone. Win free products that you can redeem instantly in-store, or if you're feeling lucky, you could land on free fuel towards your next fill-up. Shop, spin, and win. Download and play today. Terribles. Deliberately different since 1959. Go to terribles.com for more details. King of flavor, Tabanero.
Get ready, South Florida hockey fans. Funky Buddha is back as official craft beer of the Florida Panthers. Cheer on the Cats with a cold Funky Buddha beer in hand all season long. And be sure to visit the revamped Funky Buddha tap room at FLA Live Arena, just across from Pantherland, for a variety of ferociously funky draft beers and good vibes. From the Floridian Wheat Beer to Hop Gun IPA, Funky Buddha is bringing exceptional beer and unique brewery experience to every home game. See you there, and go Panthers. Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Get funky responsibly.
Second intermission continues at T-Mobile Arena, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final, as the Golden Knights ahead of the Panthers 4-0. Kevin Rogers with you, 2 in the first, 2 in the second for Vegas. Let's take a quick look at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, the official airline of the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Marlins staying hot as they pick up another win tonight at home. They knock off the Kansas City Royals 9-6. And the Marlins, they swept the A's this past weekend, and they continue to win. Coming up next, we have the world-famous Twitter segment with Doug Plagan. So get your tweets in now for Doug. Panthers trail the Golden Knights 4-0 after 2. Stanley Cup Final Game 2 continues right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
The Florida Panthers are back on the ice, and this season, you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every game from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Florida Panthers.
Panthers fans, download Upside to be a cashback champion. With the new Upside app, you earn cash back on the essentials you need and find cash in places you never expected, like your favorite restaurant, your go-to grocery store, and that gas station you always stop at. All the places you go, there's cash back waiting for you to find it. Will Upside earn you enough money to quit your job and become a full-time Panthers fan? Probably not, but it will give you a little something extra, like enough cash back to bring some friends to the next game or to treat yourself to some new Panthers swag. There's nothing like a Panthers win and a few unexpected bucks to brighten your day. That's life on the Upside. Download the free Upside app and use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill-up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores.
Welcome back. Coming up on period number 3 here in Vegas. Into the world-famous Twitter segment we go. 4-0. Vegas out in front of the Panthers here through 2 periods of play. You can always tweet the broadcast at Doug Plagens every second intermission. 4-0 Vegas leading here in Game 2. And lots of folks to say hello to. We've got Roy in Scotland, Evan in Manitoba, Bill in Montana. We've got Gregory tuned in, driving through New Jersey, listening on Sirius XM. Chris in Perth, Australia tonight. Carl in Northwest Indiana tuned in. We've got Adam listening here this evening. Kurt, South Carolina Twitter captain. We've got Charles tuned in. Matt in Escondido, California. Craig and Leilani in Manassas, Virginia. We've got Poppy in Henderson, Kentucky tuned in tonight. We've also got Bill, one of our listeners in law enforcement, tuned in. Special hello to all the police, fire, medical personnel, military we have tuned in. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for making Panthers hockey a party tonight. Josh in Pembroke Pines is with us. Michelle in Calgary. Decker at Eastvale, California. Jeff in Coral Springs. Stevie Joe and his dog Hank in Daytona. Luis in Bristol, Virginia. Rose on the way to Japan this evening. Denise in Tennessee is listening. We have lots of folks tuned in. Bill tuned in tonight. We'll step away third period next. Thanks for all the tweets. 4-0 Vegas here in Game 2, heading to the third on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hey Panthers fans, it's time to hunt with your new favorite delivery app. Download the ASAP app to get all of your game day needs delivered right to your door. Use code GOCATS to be entered in the Winner ASAP Dinner Sweepstakes for Panthers tickets, autographed merchandise, and more. Also, fans can order their concession favorites from their seats at all Panthers home games this season with ASAP.com in-seat mobile ordering. ASAP.com is the official mobile ordering partner of the Florida Panthers.
While the Panthers bring the heat to the rink, Tabanero brings the heat to the FLA Live Arena and all of South Florida. Tabanero is the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, and now you can enjoy it at concessions in every flavor. Original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Tabanero's premium sauce blends are made right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. Find them in Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Sedano stores, and bring home the king of flavor, Tabanero.
Vegas over the Panthers here as we get ready for period number 3. Game 2, heading into the final frame of regulation time. Doug Plagens, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Ray Regals, our on-set engineer, Danny Garcia back in studio control.
Jack Eichel is back on the Vegas bench.
Back on the bench. So, you know what, Billy? We said it at the time. We reiterated again. Great sight to see. You don't want anybody to be injured. But at the same time, I think everybody likes, the heavy-going physical hockey. Here's Duclair in front, a chance saving the rebound off of Vegas Golden Knight. They scored. It's Anton Lundell who put it on net. It went off Martinez. It trickles in, and the Panthers get one 14 seconds into the third period. So the Panthers solve Aiden Hill. It took a funny bounce, but they'll take it here in the third period.
About time, a brutal turnover by Alec Martinez right on the stick of Duclair, and Duclair takes the original shot. The rebound comes to Lundell, and the Lundell shot goes off Martinez. A double whammy for Martinez. He gave the puck away to Duclair on the back end. Duclair gets the initial shot. Lundell shooting it. It's going wide, and it hits the shin pads of Martinez and goes into the net. Funny bounce, they'll take it. The Panthers get an early one right at the start of the third.
So the Panthers back to within 3 now. They're on the board, and hey, if they were going to get things started, it had to start quickly, and they get one right off the hop here in the third period. Puck played out through center, but it's launched all the way down to our right now. It's Nick Hague back to grab it. Gives to White Cloud up the wall. Howden pokes it along, and down to our left, it's Montour after it. We've gone 40 seconds here in the third. 4-1 is the score.
And we got some new lines here in the third period with Kachuckin in the penalty box.
Sam Bennett now to Verhage. And a bouncer off the near side. Montour here on the near wall. There is some confusion. We follow along on social media, things like that. The penalties against Tkachuk were not from the hit.
They were from everything that ensued after the hit.
Reinhart looking out to the line. Here's Montour back to the far circle. It's Forsling, a drive, and it's over the net. Sam Bennett out of the near circle. Bounces one out in front. Picked up by Stevenson and cleared down to our left. Well, for the Panthers to get on the board, it was maybe going to take a funny bounce. Icing call against Vegas now. 1:15 into the third. 4-1 Vegas. Panthers playoffs presented by City Furniture. But getting back to the thought I was saying, Billy, we all love physical hockey. We love the hard hitting, especially in the big games, and we love when it's clean. That one was. And great to see a guy like Jack Eichel, who's a gamer in his own right, back onto the bench.
It's good. Everything's clean. We're ready to go. And the Panthers got something cooking here at the start of the third period. Get that goal, get another good shift after it.
Off to the far side of Shot Mahura, and that one's wide here on the near boards. A drive into traffic from Ekblad. Takes a bounce, and Parkov will find it behind the net. Off to the far corner, gives to Lundell. Lundell, backhand out to the far point. Handled by Mahura. Across, here's Ekblad to the high slot. Pass away from Duclair, down behind the net. Handled then by White Cloud. Off the glass, far side out to the line, Mahura. He'll scoot across the line, Ekblad right side. Ekblad puts it down low, a funny bounce. Duclair back behind the net. He's run into Stone, will clear for Vegas, and the puck goes out to center ice. Ekblad off to the near side, looking for Lundell, hopped away, and now here on the near wall, Duclair with Duclair along the near boards. His pass to the point was picked off by Stone, and he'll hand it along. Here's Eichel into the offensive end, turning on the Jets. As he looks no worse for the wear, scooting up the near side. He was angled to the boards by Mahura, but he regathers puck in front to an open Marchessault. Shardy scores, and it's 5-1 Vegas. Marchessault was all by himself, and Eichel saw him cruising in.
Jack Eichel picked up the puck, and that was a completely blown coverage by the Panthers. As Eichel was able to drive it into the offensive zone, curl up down deep in the corner, and when he curled around, he looked to the front of the net, and there was no one home. Everyone was just staring at the puck. 4 players caught on the left side of the ice, and Marchessault came right down the throat against Alex Lyon, and he gets his second goal of the game, third of the series, and Jack Eichel picks up another point.
Puck played out to center. Eric Stahl to Mark Stahl, and it's shoveled down to our right. Behind the goal, McNabb. He'll send it along down to our left. Could be and will be an icing call against Vegas with 17:31 left in the third. 5-1. Vegas in front, and a face-off upcoming inside the Vegas zone. Well, the Panthers got the start to the third they were looking for. Came out and got a quick one from Lundell, and then Vegas was able to answer just as quickly.
The Panthers there, they had Mahura and Ekblad, the two defensemen, down deep in the corner. Someone has to stay home. It's Ekblad. Mahura was engaged in the corner. I don't know why Ekblad feels the need to chase on that play against a player like Jack Eichel. Eichel's going to find the open man every time, and Marchessault finds himself on a breakaway.
Reinhart drops it back. Here's Montour. Montour to Forsling. Pass to center. Sam Bennett over the neutral zone. Had it poked away by McNabb. It's sent back down to our left, and after it is Forsling. He'll launch one long. Verhage through center. And the puck hopped away from him. The Vegas Golden Knights push it over the Panthers line. Looks like we've got ourselves... we've got a stoppage in play here. 16:59 to go in the third. 5-1 Vegas. And that loud cheer you just heard was for the assist announcement to Jack Eichel. Looks like a cross-checking call's been assessed here.
Guess if you want to put some salt in the wound after that big hit, one way to answer it is with an offensive play and answer with
set up a goal,
assist and set up a goal. So Jack Eichel comes right back into this game, gets his 22nd point of the playoffs. What a debut in the playoffs for Jack Eichel.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder how a guy will handle his first trip to the playoffs.
Yeah. Takes that enormous hit by Matthew Tkachuk, goes back in the dressing room and comes out, sets it up, and Carter Verhage in the penalty box for cross-checking.
So 16:50 to go in the third, 5-1. It's the Vegas Golden Knights out in front. Through center goes Stevenson. It's dropped off. Here on the near side, cruising in was Eichel, but an offside call against Vegas. So Verhage off for a cross-check. 19 seconds off the clock on this Vegas power play.
One area the Panthers do have to clean up, it doesn't matter what you think of the refereeing or not, is the penalties. You look at coming into this game, they had a minus 13 differential as far as power plays to penalty kills. On the other side, Vegas has a plus 11 differential in power plays to penalty kills. Vegas is a very disciplined team, stays out of the penalty box.
And for the most part, they do skate away from the after the whistle stuff. In goes Eichel, right side. The Vegas Golden Knights working around. Here on the near side, Stone out to the line. Theodore tapped it along. Ekblad able to regather, and he'll shovel it down to our right. So back in the Golden Knights zone, it's Theodore, the defenseman. Through center goes Theodore, left side Stone. And his pass across is ultimately going to find its way to Stevenson. Back into the front of the goal looking for Marchessault, who's got 2 in the game. He's tied up by Lundell. Stone finds it out to the line. Theodore Eichel, left circle, holds patiently with it to Stevenson. Stevenson, Eichel, left circle. Eichel backs up to the boards, out to the near point. A shot, he just missed wide. That was dangerously close there from Eichel. And now behind the net, Marchessault to Stone. Here on the near side, Eichel again, off the half boards. Eichel, top of the circle. Down to Stone. Has in front. It took a bounce. Marchessault almost got his stick in there. It just went wide. Sent down behind the net here, Stone. Over in the far corner, Mark Stahl has it. Stahl for Lomberg. He wrestles his way through some pressure. He's able to club it down to our right with 20 seconds left in the Verhage penalty. The Panthers almost through this Vegas power play. 5-1 Golden Knights coming up on 5 minutes gone by here in this third period. In go the Golden Knights, Amadio. Right side, Pietrangelo. And then it's Martinez, top of the near circle, Smith. Martinez shot, tip Lyon the save. It was Amadio in front who got a piece of that. Panthers don't clear. Amadio off the far boards. A shot in, that's wide. He was looking for a deflection from Smith. Now a drive from the near side. Martinez wide. Back to 5-on-5. The pressure continuing for Vegas. Long shot from Pietrangelo. It's gloved down by Lyon, and he'll hold it. 14:44 left in the third. 5-1 Vegas in front into our Geico final 15 minutes of regulation. Presented as always by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance.
Paul Maurice, even with Tkachuk in the bench, time to start toying with different line combinations, different players, seeing if you can find some chemistry, some groove moving forward.
And
you've had a good run with the lines that have been going, but
well, of course, with Tkachuk out for a little stretch here.
I know you have to mix and match a little bit. Even when Tkachuk comes back, this is if you ever are going to tinker with your lineups and see if different combinations work. This is the time.
White Cloud, right point, long shot deflecting, and here to the near circle, it's Sam Reinhart with it. We touched on Nick Waugh got a puck up in the face almost, it looked like. That stunned him a little bit down here in the near corner. The Panthers able to get things started. Montour across, long drive over the net from Josh Mahura. Here on the near side, it's Verhage to the line. Montour, a shot, and that's wide. Up the far boards goes Mahura. Over on the far wall, he's tied up. Puck taken back. Colasar out of the zone. Got the clear. Montour rink wide intercepting. And down to our right here along the near boards. A hard hit Bennett against Haig. Bennett may have gotten away with one there. Meanwhile, the puck played out to the neutral zone. And now it's Verhage near side for Montour. Up the near boards. Montour had it poked away. Loudon able to dump it back in for Vegas to our left. Mark Stahl. Up the near side, McNabb holding it in for Vegas near circle. A drive, save Lyon, and into the near corner it goes. Here on the near boards, Howden one hands it out to the point, got by Stone. That'll send Theodore tracking back. 5-1 Vegas, 13:37 left in the third. Here's Theodore maneuvering in, poked away by Mark Stahl at the line. And now Duclair working in for the Panthers. Right circle, Duclair slams on the brakes. Lost his footing, rolls it on net from the seat of his pants, and the save made Hill. Then Mark Stahl, laser of a shot out of the far circle, and that slapper wide. Karam's around, goes all the way down to our left. Hit Alex Lyon. I'll leave it here for Casey Fitzgerald. 13:14 left in the third, 5-1. It's the Vegas Golden Knights out in front here. Barkov heads down to our right. Barkov backhand out in front, and that deflects away. Howden looking to clear. And up the right side go the Vegas Golden Knights. Riley Smith, the end of the far circle. Pietrangelo shuffled down to the corner. And now back behind the net, the Panthers regather. Barkov, though, had it ripped away. Marcia, so out front. Eichel in the high slot. Backs out to the line. Gives across near side Martinez. Martinez back out to Eichel. Into the high slot. Shot save. Line with the glove. And he'll hold on. 12:40 left in the third. 5-1 Vegas. We'll bring it back for more. Game 2 action straight ahead. Vegas leading by a 5-1 count with 12:40 left in the third. The Panthers playoffs presented by City Furniture. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Barriers. I'm all about break. It's Luis Fonsi, international recording artist and South Florida resident. When it comes to creating music, I love mixing different musical styles and creating something new and unexpected. Ford builds SUVs and trucks the same way, breaking barriers with what you expect. Ford delivers strength, capability, and mixes in a level of comfort and style that's new, exciting, and perfect for South Florida. Visit your local Ford dealer today to get a great deal on a new Ford SUV or truck.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Nothing beats driving cross-country in our RV.
This is so much fun, Dad. I don't even need to look at my phone.
It's not the destination, it's the journey. Jinx!
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive and you could use the savings to make sure that RV is always ready to hit the road. Who knows, your teenager might actually put down her phone for 5 minutes. It could happen. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
One Vegas in front of the Panthers here. Panthers with some serious work to do here down the stretch in game 2. They've gotten one by Aiden Hill here in the third. Of the unfortunate part of that equation, though, is that Vegas responded and they were able to get one down at the other end. Face off near circle. And back in the Panthers zone, Casey Fitzgerald shrugs off a check from Amadio, cuts around far side. Close to the far side of the ice for Eric Stahl. Drop back for Mark Stahl. He'll cruise back behind the net. Mark Stahl behind the net. Pocket pick there. And Amadio gives to William Karlsson in front. Riley Smith. Amadio a chance. Save Lyon. The rebound in. That one may have glanced off the goalpost line. May have gotten a piece of that as well. Amadio with a follow-up try, following his own near miss. And now here on the near boards, it's Martinez down to Pietrangelo. Cross ice, Riley Smith banks it to William Karlsson. Karlsson tries to shake away from Colin White. Down to the far corner, it's Karlsson back behind the net. Backhand out the near point. Held in by Martinez. Riley Smith here on the near side. Riley Smith along the boards. Pushed away by Mark Stahl. Lomberg across Eric Stahl to center, and it's dumped in down to our right. Around it goes. Lomberg maneuvering in. Drops it back. Reinhardt a shot, and that one stopped by Hill. May have gone off Eric Stahl as well. And back come the Vegas Golden Knights, right to left across your radio. Panthers left to right here in the third. Club down by Kolasar behind the net. Off to the far corner, Josh Mahura gets by some pressure, winds it back around. Near side, it's Brandon Montour. On the money of the neutral zone, it's Sam Bennett off to the far wing, too far for Verhaeghe. He plows his man into the end wall. That was White Cloud. And now the Golden Knights do come away with control. Up the far side, it's Waugh to center, and he'll send one deep into the Panthers zone with 11:10 left in the third. 5-1 Vegas.
Vegas has just been the quicker, faster team. Saw it on that forecheck against Mark Stahl. Stahl had the puck, and all of a sudden 2 players converge on him. They take the puck off Stahl's stick and create a scoring chance, get one off the post. Panthers' most concerning part about this is the defensive efforts. You've blown some coverages, just made it too easy for Vegas.
Has some of that been from taking some risks maybe?
It can be, yeah, you can take some risks here, but you look at players that need to have impacts. Barkov, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Kachuk's had the impact that they hit. And what you're looking for down at the offensive end is you're not creating down there. If you're not creating down there, you got to be able to protect down deep in your own end, and so you're getting a double dose here. You're not creating offensively, and you're letting it seep into your defensive game.
Duclair cross ice. Barkov gloved it and let it rip. And that one's wide. Here in the near circle, Duclair. He's running too hard by Howden and taken down. Out to the near point. It's handled by Barkov. Cuts in through the near circle. Backhand out in front. And that one was cut off. Cleared along off the short glass near side. Down to our left by Howden. And back into the Panthers zone. It's Aaron Ekblad. 10:25 to play in the third. 5-1 Vegas in front. Back behind the net, Ekblad for the Panthers. They'll go left to right across your radio. Eric Stahl, far side. Through the neutral zone. In offensively, a shot. It's over the net. That one handcuffed Hill a little bit, but it went over the net from Eric Stahl. And here in the near corner now, it's tracked down by Martinez, and he's going to golf it along down to our left. Icing call against Vegas. 10:03 to go in the third. 5-1. It's the Golden Knights in front of the Panthers.
We talked about this being a series, and so far Vegas has been able to dictate the pace of play through a lot of stuff. It can change back onto your home ice, but the Panthers, they're going to have to, Paul Maurice talked about making adjustments after game one. There's even going to be more adjustments being made after game number 2 here.
Well, Matthew Tkachuk has served his misconduct, so he's back into the action now.
Matthew Tkachuk, he has not been held pointless in 2 games in a row throughout the course of this playoffs. You got to go back to March 25th and 29th, the last time he went 2 games without a point.
Reinhart dumps over Kolasar, far side of the ice, but the puck picked up by Marchessault and sent down to our left. Into the Panthers zone, Sam Bennett. Bennett out towards center, pass across far side. Mahura finding it. Mahura, a shot, a stick save made by Hill. Roll to the far corner it goes. Pietrangelo unable to clear for Vegas. Loose on the far wall. The Golden Knights get it out. Here's William Karlsson up the right wing. He'll get past the defense far circle, makes a move backhand in front, and they score. And it's a Matteo. 6-1 Vegas. 9:27 to play in the third. That was an odd man rush that developed quickly.
That's William Karlsson at his best, making a defensive play at one end and turning it into offense. He's able to just chip it off the wall defensively, get into a foot race against the 2 defensemen, Montour and Mahura. And, Reinhart's trying to chase back, but both Reinhart and Montour go to Karlsson, and he's just able to tap it back to Amadio, who has nothing but an empty net there. Karlsson is one of the best two-way players in the game, and he just showed it there. A strong defensive play in his own end, just chipped it by Mahura, got in a foot race against Reinhart. Montour had to come over to try and help out. As soon as Montour came over to help out, that left Amadio wide open in front of the net.
And Amadio's had some grade A chances here in the third where he didn't convert. Cashes in on that one. 9:14 to play in the third. 6-1 the Vegas Golden Knights all over the Panthers here. And it's launched in from center by Hay, kicked away by Lyon here on the near side. Billy, you mentioned it. Credit where it's due. William Karlsson, the guy they call Wild Bill, he's one of the unsung players in the league, not just on this Vegas team, the way that he plays both ends of the ice.
They're not a big matchup team. When they rely on someone to go against the other team's top lines, it's been William Karlsson and his line mates. And there you just see a defensive play. Mahura's trying to chip down on the wall and keep that play alive, and he just pushes it off the boards and gets into a foot race and still has the wherewithal to keep his head up and find Amadio.
Now over on the far side of the ice, Eric Stahl. He'll drop it back. Forsling across Ekblad. On to Colin White, left wing side. Here's White up the wing. He'll head down low, far corner. Colin White. Backhands behind the net. Taken by McNabb. Shuffled off to the near side, deflecting into the mesh for a stoppage. 8:15 to play in the third. 6-1. Vegas out in front of the Panthers here. And we will step to an official timeout. So 6-1, the Golden Knights out in front of the Panthers in game 2. Back with more Game 2 action straight ahead on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Pest Pro Ridall, trusted by the best to keep away the pests. For all your pest control needs, call the professionals at Pest Pro Ridall to schedule your appointment. 954-247-4087. Pest Pro Ridall provides pest control to homes, restaurants, hotels, offices, condominiums, warehouses. Call 954-247-4087. Go to mypestpro.com. mypestpro.com.
Panthers fans, download Upside to be a cashback champion. With the new Upside app, you earn cash back on the essentials you need and find cash in places you never expected, like your favorite restaurant, your go-to grocery store, and that gas station you always stop at. All the places you go, there's cash back waiting for you to find it. Will Upside earn you enough money to quit your job and become a full-time Panthers fan? Probably not, but it will give you a little something extra, like enough cash back to bring some friends to the next game or to treat yourself to some new Panthers swag. There's nothing like a Panthers win and a few unexpected bucks to brighten your day. That's life on the Upside. Download the free Upside app and use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill-up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores.
8:15 to play here in the third period. Vegas 6 and the Panthers 1 in Game 2. And the Vegas Golden Knights in the driver's seat here, and they're trying to take a 2-0 lead in the Stanley Cup Final as the series will shift back to Sunrise for Thursday's Game 3. Thursday at 8 Eastern, Game 3. Saturday at 8 Eastern, Game 4 of these 2023 Stanley Cup Final. Face-off near circle down to our right. Hold out to the near point. Here's Ekblad. A shot. It's wide. Over in the far circle. Scooped up, pushed along, and held in. Forsling put it back down low. Here on the near side. It's down behind the net. Eric Stahl looks to center. Eichel able to intercept. Hands it along. And here's Marchessault. Marchessault to center. He'll drift back toward his own end. Hands it back for McNabb. McNabb looks off to the far side of the ice. Theodore on for Barbashev. He served his 10-minute misconduct as well. Theodore plays it down to the far corner. Around for Eichel in front. A chance. It's wide from Barbashev. Barbashev here on the near side of the ice. It's going to be held in by Marcia. So second chance. Nick Cousins got it out. Played it through center. Jack Eichel strolling back into his own end. He's got it. He'll drop it back for the defense as the Golden Knights get a change. So do the Panthers here. And on come the Golden Knights. Pass through center, intercepted by Mahura. Given to Bennett, right wing side, cruising in. Bennett near Sargeway shot, save, rebound, they score! On the follow-up, it's Matthew Tkachuk, and now we've got a dust-up out in front. And that's calmed down.
Matthew Tkachuk on the board, speed down the wing by Bennett. Perfect shot, backhand shot off the far pad. Juicy rebound right on the stick of Tkachuk. Turnover in the middle of the ice. The Panthers are able to go the other way in transition. Quick backhand shot, big rebound. Finally get to a rebound, and this time it's Tkachuk. Bennett using his speed creates that play. Panthers get a second goal on the board. Matthew Tkachuk.
And the way things
It's
happen
his first of the
afterward.
Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah, his first of the final, and gets the Panthers back to within 4 here. But the way things developed at first, there wasn't really, obviously down 6-2. There's not really going to be a celebration. And then there was a dust up out in front. Yeah. Wasn't your typical after a goal sequence.
That's the Panthers. That's what they've been best at all season long, generating rebound opportunities and scoring. And Tkachuk led that way during the regular season. And him and Bennett team up.
Tkachuk from Bennett. You hit it on the head there, Billy. You talked about the backhand shot that was stopped by Hill, but there was a big rebound surrendered. And the Panthers get a second one on the board. Here's Lomberg cruising in a shot from a sharp angle, fought off by Hill. The Golden Knights don't clear. Mark Stahl, backhand out of the near corner. Bulls back behind the net. Reinhard Lomberg out in front, and it's intercepted. Stone out of Stevenson. Stevenson, near side for Vegas, cruising in. He'll have it on the boards. Lomberg just blasted Stevenson here on the near side. And the puck played down around the end wall. Stays in the Panthers zone. Casey Fitzgerald corrals it. And he'll peel back into his own end as the Panthers are into a change. 6:21 to go in the third. 6-2 Vegas. Fitzgerald over for Duclair. Now it's Barkov to center. Right side, Mahura maneuvering in. Mahura into the corner, Barkov. Spun around by William Karlsson. Way to the corner now. It's handled by Tkachuk. Then out front, hopped away from Duclair. A shot from Mahura. Wobbles on net. Kicked away Hill from the side of the goal. Backhand Tkachuk. Hill sprawling. And it looks like he's on top of it in the blue paint. Facing back the other way toward the end boards. 5:59 left in the third. 6-2 Vegas. And it looks like in the middle of all that, Aiden Hill, the goaltender, did have it. And we'll step to an official timeout as soon as the scrum out front is.
Looks like Tkachuk's going to the penalty box
diffused, and not quite sure what he did. Well, Tkachuk's going to go off. No, he doesn't have too many fans in Las Vegas, Nevada right now.
No, it looks like they're sending him right to the dressing room. Did he get another misconduct?
He may. Well, if that, then you wonder if something was said down there because he's been sent off. I'm not quite sure what he did. There wasn't any kind of an altercation to speak of whatsoever. No. Well, that's going to take us to an official timeout. 5:59 left in the third. 6-2 Vegas on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Choose to see clearly. Stop getting foggy glasses while watching the game. No glasses, no contact lenses. Call Dr. Bosom, the Panthers eye surgeon, at 954-442-1133. Plus, just by mentioning the Panthers, they'll give you $1,000 off your procedure, and they're offering 0% financing for 2 years. CorrectVision.com, the only eye center in South Florida to offer all 5 vision correction procedures. Be sure to schedule your free consultation. Call 954-442-1133 or visit CorrectVision.com.
Panthers fans, download Upside to be a cashback champion. With the new Upside app, you earn cash back on the essentials you need and find cash in places you never expected, like your favorite restaurant, your go-to grocery store, and that gas station you always stop at. All the places you go, there's cash back waiting for you to find it. Will Upside earn you enough money to quit your job and become a full-time Panthers fan? Probably not, but it will give you a little something extra, like enough cash back to bring some friends to the next game or to treat yourself to some new Panthers swag. There's nothing like a Panthers win and a few unexpected bucks to brighten your day. That's life on the Upside. Download the free Upside app and use promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon back on your first fill-up. That's promo code GOCATS for an extra 25 cents per gallon. Download Upside today to earn cash back at thousands of gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores.
5:59 to go in the third. Panthers playoffs presented by City Furniture. The Panthers trail Vegas 6-2 here in Game 2. Vegas getting closer to taking a 2-0 lead in the series. Matthew Tkachuk got the gate right before the commercial timeout, and we're not really entirely sure.
You know what? I saw the replay. You know why he got the gate? It's because he knocked the stick out of Amadio's hands with one hand. Amadio had his stick in his hands, and Tkachuk just with one hand. And Amadio had one hand on his stick. Tkachuk just knocked his stick out of his hand, and they gave him 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that means you just have to have a firmer grip on your stick.
That is one
right?
of that's just getting Tkachuk out of the game, probably, so nothing else ensues.
Here's Riley Smith in a shot, short side save, Lyon, and the puck played off to the near boards as the Vegas Golden Knights are looking for more. Here's Colin White. He'll play it out to center, Nick Cousins. He maneuvers in for the Panthers, drifts off to the far side of the circle. A shot, and that one's wide. Here on the near boards, one to a drive, and it's wide. Rims around, far boards. Karams out of the zone, and down to our left. It's handled by Gus Forsling. 5:18 to play in the third. 6-2 is the score. Martinez here on the near side. Howden drops it back for Martinez. And then it's played into the neutral zone. Stevenson held up by Ekblad, and the puck flipped over the Vegas line down to our right. Off to the far side of the ice. It's going to be Stone on for Stevenson. Then he'll backpedal into his own end. Man back behind the goal. It's sent off to the far side, then chipped along by Stone out to center. Howden had a chance with it at center ice. It was taken away. Sam Bennett through the neutral zone. He maneuvers in. Bennett had it stripped by Stone, and the Golden Knights have it. Stevenson dribbles one down to our left into the Panthers' end. Aaron Ekblad immediately a pass back the other way. It's off Stevenson. Ricochets all the way down to our right. And over in that far corner, it's handled by Whiteclough. Up the far side, Waugh spins away from some pressure. It's dumped down to our left. Alex Lyon back behind the net. Off to the high glass far side. Got it to the line. Out go the Panthers. Anton Lundell laying down to our right. Lundell. Far circle. A shot. It's over the net. Lundell showing some wheels there as he broke away from the pack. Meanwhile, here on the near side of the ice, a scramble for the loose puck. And Colin White will have it, but the puck rolls into the neutral zone. Panthers will have to reset things. Some shoving here along the near wall. Ryan Lomberg across to Mark Stahl. He'll dump it down to our right. Colasar and Mark Stahl having some words over there. And Fitzgerald in to grab a hold of Colasar. And Lomberg in there as well. 3:46 to go in the third. 6-2. It's the Golden Knights out front of the Panthers. And
everyone's getting tens now. They're just kicking everyone out.
There
we go again. So the refs, whatever, any kind of altercation now, whether it be minor or big, you get involved, you're just getting sent down the tunnel. Colasar's gone. Fitzgerald's gone.
I think Casey might have survived this thing. Oh, no, he's going to. I think they did give him a 10. Yep, he's out of here, so he goes down the tunnel.
Any kind of infractions. The refs tonight, Steve Kazari and Chris Rooney.
That's an interesting way of handling things, Billy.
I guess just make sure it doesn't get out of hand in any kind of confrontation the rest of the way.
Face off far side of the ice to our right of center. Following the draw, the Golden Knights have it. Here's Martinez up the near side. Oh, Barbashev threw an elbow on Duclair. Duclair gave him a cross-check right upstairs. And I think Duclair's going to wind up with the only penalty on this. And I tell you what, if I'm Anthony Duclair, I'd probably retaliate there too. And if Anthony Duclair is the only one getting a penalty out of this, it illustrates part of a bigger problem here.
Florida penalty unit number 10, 2 minutes cross-check and a 10-minute misconduct.
No, he
gets a 10 too.
That's the second time in this game we've seen Barbashev
lay a lick on someone. First time it knocked Gudis out of the game. Yep. This time it was against Duclair, and Duclair was frustrated with it. It's that reverse hit.
Yep.
Barbashev has the puck on his stick. Duclair's going to hit him. And that reverse hit when you're not expecting it, it's tough. That too, it's not by Barbashev's. Peter Forsberg used to do that all the time. It's tough. You're going in there and you at least expect it with the player when it has the puck that he's going to throw a hit back at you. And sometimes it can knock the wind out of you. And he went back with the cross-check. And Barbashev, 6'1", 195 pounds, but he is sturdy on his skates.
Well, the thing with Barbashev, too, Billy, again, he gets under your skin, but when Eric Stahl's been sent down the tunnel, I'm not sure what happened there. The thing with Barbashev, though, there's a reason Vegas brought him in as a role player at the deadline. He's been a proven winner, and he comes through and
he had 5
tough
points.
Situations.
He had 5 points in 50 playoff games coming into this playoffs. And 16 points in 18 games coming into this.
Here's Marshall up front. Carlson across. Oh, what a save made by Alex Lyon on Riley Smith. That's an acrobatic glove save made by Lyon, who got from his right to his left, reached skyward, and was able to snare that Riley Smith attempt.
Athleticism. Alex Lyon does have that. He's able to come across, and it looks like it's an empty net. He's able to reach into the sky and grab that puck on that shot by Riley Smith.
That means your Golden Knights are...
Panthers bench, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 players left on the Panthers bench, plus the 4 skaters on the ice.
There's Anton Lundell, took it away from Carlson, put it through center. For those of you scoring at home, we just saw Eric Stahl sent off. On the score sheet, they got him as a 10-minute misconduct for abusive language to the official. That could have been any number of things. Gus Forsling plays it around the inboards far side, and Nick Cousins will take it. Gives to Aaron Ekblad, cuts through center. And the puck dumped down to our right. Ekblad gives a shot to Alec Martinez. Knocked the stick out of his hand, but Ekblad will remain in the game. Here's Pietrangelo. He walks along, drops back into his own end. 2:40 left in the third. 6-2. Vegas in front. Pietrangelo here on the near side. He'll give to Martinez. Martinez across center to Amadio, and it's poked down to our left, and Mark Stahl has it behind the net. He'll flip it all the way down to our right. And back behind the goal, Pietrangelo plays it off to the far side of the ice. Out come the Golden Knights, right side, Carrier. Carrier in front. Amadio, a shot, and they score. And for the second time tonight, it's Brett Howden. 7-2 Vegas with 2:08 to play.
Power play goal. William Carrier, fourth liner. They're putting out their fourth liners there on the power play. And Carrier skates it all the way down. They get a couple of penalty killers caught deep. The Panthers, Lomberg and White, were caught deep. That allowed Carrier some room down that right wing and a little draw pass in the middle to Amadio, and he just kind of left it there, redirected it a bit to the trailing Houghton in the high slot. And Houghton was able to, that went off the shin pads of the Panther defenseman, Mahura. Banked in and looked like a clean shot, but it goes off the shin pads of Mahura in behind Alex Lyon. Houghton gets his second of the game.
Puck played down to our right by Mark Stahl. 7-2 Vegas. And back behind the Vegas net. Battle for the loose puck. Haig. Caught up by Reinhart. And now it's Howden. Able to chip one off for Amadio. And he'll push it out of the zone. That will hit somebody over on the Vegas bench. And we'll have a face-off upcoming. 105 seconds to play in regulation time. 7-2 Vegas.
Brett Howden's taken a while to develop. He was a 27th overall pick by Tampa Bay back in 2016, and he's one of those players. Had a decent regular season, but his playoffs is.
Now, we told the story last game, but his brother Quentin played for the Panthers a number of years back. Here's Nick Cousins up the right side. A shot, a pad save made by Aiden and Sam Bennett tries to rip one on net. Didn't get it through. Recovers, gives to Cousins. Over on the far side. Cousins into that far circle to the corner. A shot glove down by Hill. And Cousins took a shot from over on that far side, Carrier. And then Cousins in to give him a shot again. And now it's White Cloud giving a right hand to Nick Cousins.
Some more guys getting ejected from the game.
Well, we talked about Brett Howden, and I believe it was back in the 15-16 season at a Panthers morning skate at what we now call FLA Live Arena. And Quentin was playing for the Panthers, and Brett was there, wasn't yet drafted, and Brett was there to watch his brother play that night, and met him that night, and at the time, probably would have been a 16, 17-year-old, was nice as could be, and you knew that he had a really bright hockey future ahead of him talking to him.
One of those pieces of the puzzle here that they made it work in Vegas. Nick Cousins now got kicked out of the game with Zach Whitecloud. Never seen that. I've heard about handing out 10-minute misconducts, but anytime you touch someone now, you get a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, the Panthers have 7 guys on the bench, and they've got, 7 skaters on the bench, and they've got 5 on the ice. So 6 Panthers have been given the gate in one form or another. Now to the far point. Josh Mahura drive, and it deflects into the near corner. Colin White here on the near side. Drops it down low. It's Ryan Lomberg. Lomberg cuts out to the side of the net. He's tackled by Carrier. And now the puck handle over on that far side of the ice. Pushed along by Amadio out towards center. Nick Waugh will send it over the Panthers' blue line down to our left. Final minute of play here in regulation time. 7-2 Vegas as Lomberg redirects one inside the Vegas zone down to our right. Over to the far corner. Haig took a shot from Colin White. Couldn't get it out. Haig again blew a tire behind the net. Nick Haig on it. He'll scoot back behind the goal. Here's Haig. Off to the near circle. Pass across. Braden McNabb. He'll hold it. Panthers get a change. 33 seconds in regulation time. 7-2 Vegas. Barbashev takes a shot from Reinhart here on the near side. McNabb, a shoulder from Bennett, sent across Haig. He'll send it high out of the zone. Pushed down to our left by Howden. Back behind the net, Alex Lyon gives to Montour, who dodges the incoming Riley Smith. Reinhardt, he was able to get out of the way of Howden, who just ate a pane of glass. And now, here we go. Reinhardt and Howden here on the near side of the ice as we've got a tussle developing. Howden flat out took a run at Sam Reinhardt with 7 seconds left in a 7-2 game. And if I'm Sam, I'd be livid right now, too.
It's the way this game has gone here down the stretch.
No, Sam Bennett's not a happy camper right now.
No reason to do that.
And Howden, fortunately, Sam Reinhardt dodged that. Howden went straight in the glass.
7 seconds, more ejections. This, I'm not going to go on record, but for a Stanley Cup final, this has to be the most ejections handed out in a hockey game. I can't.
There's got to be a count on that somewhere.
I can't imagine
10-minute misconduct.
I can't imagine something like this ever happening before in NHL history.
Well, Sam Reinhardt just got his ejection.
The one crazy part about it is Ryan Lomberg's still in the game.
Well, 7.1 seconds left. Cousins, Eric Stahl, Duclair, Casey Fitzgerald, Matthew Tkachuk twice, and now Reinhardt have all gotten 10-minute misconducts in this game. I've never seen anything like this, Billy, at any level anyway, in any kind of game. And it seems like when there's altercations,
Mark Stahl is just giving it to Kevin Rooney, one of our refs.
Well, there's reasons to have a beef. They have their reasons. Did Mark just get thrown out of here too? No, he started to turn back the other way.
Montour's going to take a face-off. You have 5 defensemen on the ice. 5 defensemen. That's Paul Maurice just sending a message that this is a joke when you send 5 defensemen on for the last face-off.
And Montour just gave a whack right to Nick Waugh. Puck played up the near side. Forsling holds it in, rips it toward the net. Hill the save. The horn sounds. That's it for this one. Vegas takes game 2. They lead the series 2-0. 7-2, the final score here tonight. So one the Panthers are going to look to move on from. The Cats recap show is straight ahead. 7-2, the Golden Knights take game 2 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
This has been Florida Panthers hockey. The team coverage doesn't stop now. More with the Cats recap show coming up on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Florida Panthers fans, want to kick your game up a notch? Then it's time to get drafted. Hit the bar and try a Truly Draft. All the refreshing flavor of Truly Hard Seltzer now on tap. Whether you need a pick-me-up between periods or a sip to celebrate that shorthanded goal, Truly Hard Seltzer has you covered. With 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 5% alcohol, there's no better drink for a long game. Find it near you at trulyhardseltzer.com. Truly Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Please drink responsibly. Are you jealous of your neighbor's or best friend's outdoor kitchen? You can have your own in 3 easy steps. Go visit profitoutdoorliving.com. Schedule your free outdoor kitchen design consult with one of our design specialists. We do a live virtual session with you using our very own 3D design software to create the outdoor kitchen of your dreams. We have dealers throughout the United States and in some cases ship direct. Don't forget to visit us at profitoutdoorliving.com. Look us up on TikTok at Profit Kitchens or give us a call at 718-532-4333.
Imagine a bank that lives for assists. One that sees their customers as part of a team with a common goal to achieve your dreams. Well, imagine that. There is one. We're Amerant. We're ready to help you wherever you are in life. And just as importantly, wherever you want to go. Because at Amerant, we want you to live a life beyond what you could imagine. Amerant, official bank of the Florida Panthers. Member FDIC.
Barriers. I'm all about breaking them. Hi, it's Luis Fonsi, international recording artist and South Florida resident. When it comes to creating music, I love mixing different musical styles and creating something new and unexpected. Ford builds SUVs and trucks the same way, breaking barriers with what you expect. Ford delivers strength, capability, and mixes in a level of comfort and style that's new, exciting, and perfect for South Florida. Visit your local Ford dealer today to get a great deal on a new Ford SUV or truck.
This is the Cats Recap Show, presented by Verizon, the network America relies on the Florida Panthers Radio Network. Coming up, the 3 stars of the game, a look back at tonight's game, and a preview of the Cats' next game.
Cats Recap Show begins now. Kevin Rogers, Doug Plagans, and Billy Lindsay with you. The Vegas Golden Knights picking up a 7-2 victory over the Panthers to take a 2-game lead in the Stanley Cup Final. Game 3 coming up on Thursday night back at FLA Live Arena. And before we continue, let's pause for station identification across the Florida Panthers radio network.
Florida Panthers Stanley Cup Final on WQAM Miami, WPOW HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton, and Odyssey Station.
Let's head out now to T-Mobile Arena as we continue the Cats Recap Show. Panthers fall to the Golden Knights 7-2, and here's Doug Plagans and Billy Lindsay.
Thanks, Kevin. The Golden Knights take it 7-2, and they lead the series 2-0. So the Golden Knights take both games here in Vegas. Series shifts to sunrise for Thursday's Game 3 and Saturday's Game 4, both at 8 o'clock Eastern. So that's what we have on tap after this one. The Panthers tripped up tonight by the Vegas Golden Knights 7-2. The final score, your 3 stars of the game, all from the Vegas Golden Knights. The number 3 star, Brett Howden, had 2 goals in this one, was +1, 16 minutes, 33 seconds on the ice. Number 2 star was Ivan Barbashev. Barbashev, an assist, +1 to go along with 14 penalty minutes in tonight's game. Jonathan Marchessault, the top star, he was noticeable. 2 goals and assists, 3 points, +2, 14 minutes, 47 seconds on the ice tonight. And the Panthers will just look to turn the page from this one as we go into the Cats Recap Show. Some thoughts coming up here in just a moment. But, folks, did you know that Waste Management, Florida Panthers teaming up to make FLA Live Arena more sustainable, from recycling, education, and materials management to developing programs to offset carbon emissions? WM and the Florida Panthers are always working for a sustainable tomorrow. If your business is interested in adopting sustainable practices, please visit WM.com for more information. Brought to you by WM, an official sustainability partner of the Florida Panthers. Well, Billy, we don't need to spend too much time on what took place tonight, because if you're the Panthers, this is one you're going to want to just put in the rear view.
Forget about it. Get back home. We've seen series throughout this playoffs. Most notably, you go back to the New Jersey Devils New York Rangers series, where that time it was actually the Devils had home ice and got blown out a couple of times by the New York Rangers. And they were able to go back to Madison Square Garden and win a couple games, eventually win that series. In both those games, New Jersey got blown out at home. They weren't very close contests. Everything can change. It can change quickly. Going back home, game number 3, you look at just the numbers in the history of the game, going down 3-0. You got to be able to get that first one on home ice.
Thursday's an absolute must.
You got to come out. You got to use the energy in the building. You got, from all this that took place tonight, you got to put it behind you and just worry about the game of hockey. And you have to be able to, the game, it has to be, you have to be able to get to your game. So far, Vegas has been able to get the forecheck going, block shots, goaltending. Aiden Hill has been better than Bobrovsky or Alex Lyon. Aiden Hill has stood on his head. He is frustrated. The special teams advantage has gone the Vegas way. You got to be able to flip the script in a lot of different categories. But you do have a history, even going back to the Boston series where you were down 3-1. You climbed yourself out of a hole. This team's good, but if you look back at Boston, Carolina, and Toronto, Boston was historically good. I can't say that this Vegas team is Not much better than Boston.
If I'm looking at it, I think if we're comparing it all, I think Vegas is faster than Boston. I think Vegas has more jam than Toronto, and Vegas has more finish than Carolina did.
Yeah, and then these are the best two teams at the end of the year playing their best hockey. Paul Maurice, the coaching staff, Barkov's got to be better. I expect more out of him. You're not, and Matthew Tkachuk did have the goal tonight, but Barkov to me is the one guy that can influence a game in so many different ways.
Well, talking about the Toronto series, he's why Tavares and Matthews couldn't score
offensively and defensively. You look at the other side, Marchessault has been producing, Eichel's been producing, Stevenson, and Vegas does give you a handful because it comes from everywhere in the lineup. So many different. Every line was involved tonight on the score sheet. Every line, and that's the matchup that you have, and that's what you have to deal with going back home. You got to be able. Game number 3 has got to be your best game of the playoffs, your best game of the season. It's one that you got to get back in. Bobrovsky, he has got to be able to shake this off, and this whole group, this Panther team. You've come here and you've come this long. You don't get discouraged, by it because this chance, even though you're down 2-0, if someone told you at the start of the season you could be in the Stanley Cup final, but you're going to have to start in a 2-0 hole,
you sign up for it every time.
You would take it. We'll say we'll take our chances.
We'll take it and we'll work with it.
We'll take our chances from there. It's disappointing. It hurts. Take the plane ride back home. You got a couple of days off. Regroup about everything and get your home fan base. And it comes down to execution and being better than the guy beside you. So far, Vegas has been better than the guys that they have been lining up. And the defense, they've got a couple more goals, or get a goal from a defenseman again tonight. Martinez, 3 goals in the series from defensemen. The Panthers, that's where one of their strong suits was their D, getting up in the rush, being that extra layer on the attack. There were some chances in game number 1 from their D, but the D have to be more impactful. I guess we can go through the whole scenario that everything has to be better. It's just, that's it. You gotta be better in almost every category, but it can be done.
And Billy, last thing before we head to the break here, and that's the one thing sometimes when you shift back home, you think, okay, there's the advantage of having the last change. And there's no doubt in some ways the Panthers are going to be able to get maybe a little bit more of an advantage on those kind of things. But at the same time, the way Vegas plays is, and especially with them having the 2-0 lead right now, how much does that change how things look? I mean, the Panthers have that luxury. They might get some better matchups than they would have gotten here, but Vegas seems to be content with whatever matchups on the ice.
They